very nice vintage shirt you got there, sir.
Oh, thank you very much.
Villain shirt. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's funny how they used some of the updated designs and then some of the classic designs in it based on the character.
Yeah.
Like most of them were classic, but Vulture was one that surprised me that they went with the updated, that short stint where he was an energy vampire.
Yeah, when he was young.
Well, that was the thing. He had to continue to consume energy from people so that he could stay young. Otherwise, he'd just go right back to being fucking super old Adrian Toomes. Speaking of Spider-Man, I have read the 5th issue of Amazing Spider-Man.
And?
It's still...
It's got to be better than Spencer. A little bit?
Right now, no.
Oh.
Because, like, Spencer's run grabbed me right away.
Yeah.
And kept me for the first couple of issues. Where, but then I started to see the pattern of, like, ups and downs.
Yeah.
This has yet to grab me, and we're 5 issues deep.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah. It is pretty bad.
And yet you continue to read it every month.
I'm a glutton for punishment. What can I say? I mean, when's the last time that I said consistently WWE has been awesome across the board? And yet, I still watch it.
You kept going. I was like this for a while, and you were just like, you kept going.
I just powered through. But what can you do, right?
Just go with the pain.
Yeah, that's right. Just keep on saying like, oh, this bowl of shit tastes like shit, but could I have more?
More shit, please.
I would like more of the shit that you have, and I will continue to
consume
eat
it.
Yes. And the worst part is like I'm spending money on it. And granted, it's only like $13 a month or whatever, but still.
I mean, there's worse things you could spend money on, I guess.
Yeah, like crack cocaine.
Exactly. Well, some people would probably take that over wrestling.
Well, I mean, I'm sure if I had it enough times, I would take it over a lot of things.
Like a crack addict would probably be like, yeah, I could spend this on worse money. I could have a wrestling subscription.
Yeah, but I mean, like, to be fair, I've never been in a situation where I would proposition fellatio to strangers just so I could continue watching wrestling.
Whew. I'll have a talk with you if that day ever happens.
Yeah. And for the Geek Pantsers that are like, oh, Chris is being surprisingly clean. What I mean is, until I actually tell people, hey, man, I'll suck your dick for a couple of bucks so I can continue to watch wrestling. You know.
I only have $11 this month. Please spare a couple more.
You know, and like we've established before, like, it's going to be a terrible blowjob. I've had absolutely no practice at all. It's going to be the worst. But hey, if they're willing, who am I to say no? At that stage of my life, if I ever get to that point.
Yeah, well, yeah, of course.
Yeah. What a way to start this camcast off.
Isn't it great?
So I did do the predictions, but I literally, I made the list, but I split it up into like one part is superheroes, and then the other part is sci-fi, and then I just kind of.
Oh, I see what you did. Okay.
Yeah, so I left it at that. So I didn't really.
I got one big fat list. I just, I want to welcome everyone to the 150th episode of the Geek Pants Camcast.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought you wanted to say
150.
It only took us 150 episodes to get here, guys.
Yeah.
Huh?
100 episodes already since we talked about Nacho Libre and Blade Runner.
Make sure that you let your dad know that I stole one of his lame jokes.
He'll be so proud.
Well, you know what? I feel like he would, and it's been 150 since Nacho Libre. No, it couldn't
100.
be.
That was our 50th episode.
I was gonna say, yeah, 100 since Nacho Libre. Yeah, so
Yeah.
so this is this. Yeah, it's been a long time. Been a long time since rock and roll, right? But to be fair, it was a long time coming. I mean, it was only a matter of time before we would get around to working out a COVID schedule, because that was part of the delay.
That was a delay.
We would have got there sooner if it wasn't for that.
Yeah, we could have probably been hitting 200 by now if we kept on things, but
yeah, but I mean, whatever.
Life finds a way.
Yeah, it sure does. It sure does. But like, to echo what Kenneth was saying, this is exciting for us because it's 150 episodes, and as always, we're super happy that you guys stick around with us. You're coming along with us on this journey. Eventually, we'll get to 400 subscribers, and it's all because of you, and it's all because of the support you guys give us. So we do really appreciate that. And here's some claps to you, and a thank you. Yeah.
Very regal of you.
It's very deserving, because if you're a Geek Pantser, you're cooler than the average bear.
And if you're one of the original Geek Pantsers, well, kudos to you.
Right here.
Right there. Number one.
Number one in the hood, G.
The hood.
That's the tagline for Aqua Teen Hunger Force. The last line of their theme song. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. It's been a while since we've done one of these. This is our 2022/2023 predictions.
Yes, we were enjoying doing these annually until the world came to a halt. And,
yeah, it's slowly starting.
Now we
to pick
bring
up
it back
steam.
to life.
So yeah, so that's where we're at, and literally around the corner, Thor: Love and Thunder. Honestly, like, Thor Ragnarok made 854 million.
Yeah,
I think this makes about the same.
I can see this. I was on the fence.
Might be a little bit less, might be a little bit higher, but it's going to be in that ballpark.
I was thinking a little lower, but now after Doctor Strange and everything, I'm thinking it's going to be close to $1 billion.
I don't see it getting too much higher than the 854 million.
I also think that Christian Bale in it is going to interest a lot of people.
Is going to what?
Interest a lot of people, like a lot more people to see it.
It's tough. But it's tough.
There's no Loki, and that's going to be a hinder. People.
Well, now that's one of the reasons why I think it'll do about the same, because, like, yeah, sure, we've got the Guardians, which will be in the beginning. I'm saying, like, probably 20 minutes tops they'll be in that movie, and then of course you've got the introduction of Gore, the God Butcher. My only concern, though, is I was actually looking forward to this movie right up until the most recent trailer, and while they still tried to make it look like Gore was going to be a big serious deal, they really heavily emphasized this is a comedy movie, to the point where they even had Gore make a one-liner in the trailer.
Yeah, it's a comedy. And
I was like, I mean, look, this movie being primarily a comedy, okay, fine. I watched Thor Ragnarok. It was primarily a comedy. I laughed my ass off, and I enjoyed that aspect, even though it was tough for me to wrap my head around the bro surfer Thor that we were getting, as opposed to the Thor that we got with the Russos, which, like I said, I always thought was better. It was a kind of a better mix of the two characters, two versions of this character. But I mean, the first couple trailers I saw this, I thought, okay, well, fuck, like, this looks hilarious. Like, it looks fucking hilarious. But it also looks like it's actually another step in Thor's story. So it feels like there's some progression happening here. Because you have to understand, like, for people that it's been a while, like, the last time we saw Thor was the end of Endgame. And this is a guy that was just starting to come out of this horrible depression that he'd been in for the last 5 years. You know, and, like, for a guy that still wrestles with it today, it was refreshing to see that. But and also to see the character bounce back. And the most roided out he's ever been. He's
huge.
Like,
well, he's been training
that
for that
shot.
Hogan role, though, eh?
Right, but that shot when they, like, make him naked or whatever, I was just like, oh my God, like, that is Yeah. Like
Yeah.
I'm not, again, like I've said before, Geek Pantsers, I'm not discounting the fact that he used steroids. I'm not saying that he just suddenly had that body because he was using steroids. I acknowledge that it's also diet, it's also the workout itself,
Yeah.
the training, all of that. I'm saying there's no way he didn't have help. He's getting older every year.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true.
And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with him getting help. It's his fucking job, you know, and he's playing a fucking comic book character. You know, it's like Pattinson was probably the least built I've seen of a live action Batman that was topless, because I don't think Keaton was topless at all in any of his movies.
Yeah, not
No.
that I recall.
He was topless when he was hanging upside down sleeping, but they showed him from the back, so it wasn't really anything. But like, so like now it's a staple. So like Pattinson was the least jacked out of all of them, and even he looked like he was in good shape. So you know, but again, it's part of your job.
Yep. Indeed.
But to getting back to what I'm saying, I feel like this is one of those movies too, where like if you liked Thor Ragnarok, you're gonna like this one.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna watch Ragnarok. I still haven't watched this since the theater. I'm gonna watch it again before this.
I'm probably gonna do that this weekend just to kind of refresh myself. And I guess my only complaint that I'm gonna have going into it is my fear that they're going to make Gore a bit more of a joke than they should be.
Yeah.
Like I'm really hoping that one-liner scene that I saw was completely out of context, so that when you actually get to the scene, it's not played for laughs.
Yeah.
You know? Because his name is Gore the God Butcher. And they didn't change his name. You know what I mean? Like they didn't just
God Tickler now.
Yeah, they didn't just call him Gore.
Yeah.
You know, the God Herder or anything like that, or anything that would like make it sort a little palatable for kids. They called him a butcher. So I don't know. We'll see. But yeah. Like I said, I think we're still going to be in and around the 850 to 900 mil, more or less.
That's I'd see it around there.
Yeah, but I feel it's going to be probably closer around to the 850 mil. I don't know about the 900, but it'll be interesting to see how well it does without the Loki bump.
Yeah, people do love Loki,
and for good reason. You know, and not only that, the chemistry between the two is fucking off the charts. Like
they're great together.
If they weren't related and people were a little bit more open-minded, you could say those two hooked up.
Good, you could say that.
Hell, Loki would have. That's right, buddy. But yeah, that's pretty much. Oh, the only other thing that I have to say is I really hope that Lady Thor sticks around. I believe it's a one and done for this, or it might like round out her contract, her original contract, whatever the case may be. But I do kind of hope she sticks around. Like I'm really hoping that he's not quite ready to take the mantle yet.
Yeah.
Also because I think it'd be kind of cool to have an Avengers movie with 2 Hulks and 2 Thors and like, you know, and I know they won't.
That would be pretty sweet.
I know they won't, because that's the whole purpose of passing the torch on.
Yeah.
But it would be pretty fucking cool. Like if I'm Kang the Conqueror and I see 2 versions of Thor and 2 versions of Hulk and like, you know, the young Avengers plus the new Avengers.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be as confident as I would be. If I was Galactus, I wouldn't give a shit because I'm Galactus.
Yeah, I just, you know, flick them.
Yeah, I would literally just be like, I've done this to countless Earths. I couldn't tell you how many planets I've done this to. How many planets have had alien superheroes? But yeah, sure, whatever. You guys you'll stop me. But yeah, so other than that, I'm like, I was actually thinking about it, and originally when I wrote this, I was a 4 out of 5 out of excitement. But now I'm about a 3. I'm a 3 for excitement right now.
I'm about a 3 as well. I'm going to watch Ragnarok, see if I feel the same about it, or if I've grown to like just give into what it is.
Well, the movie itself was fine. It was mostly his portrayal.
Right. which is a huge part of the movie.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And of course, it was jarring to have more of a comedy aspect with this character. Like he's one of those characters where you were like, I would never have thought comedy, superhero comedy would have been the right move. It's not like Ant-Man, right?
Yeah. No, Thor should have been serious. It was that one scene with Surtur at the beginning where he was just spinning around joking with Surtur. I was just like, I can't fucking take this.
What a way to start it too. Like I was just like, I was in the same boat. I was like,
what?
Are you kidding?
Oh,
first time we see Surtur. First of all, first time we ever see Surtur.
Yeah.
And he's a joke character.
I know.
When he's like he's a big deal character in Thor comic books. He shows up and Thor's just not like, he's not like, hey, hold up guys, I gotta fuck this guy up and I'll be right back. Don't even don't even hold my beer. Just leave it on the table. I'll be right back. No. It's okay, all the Asgardians, let's go. We gotta stop this guy. But whatever, I mean, at least Hela was so good.
Hela was awesome. I'm really happy that Lady Sif is gonna be back in this too.
Yeah, they'll probably kill her off though.
They'll probably kill her off. I hope they at least explain where she was during.
Just get it over with, kill her off.
But yeah, no.
But like, at least if they do it in a better way than they did the Warriors 3.
Oh, that was brutal. That was
oh my god, that was the worst.
So bad.
Absolute worst. But yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at for that one.
That's the kickoff. That takes us to July 29th.
Yeah.
With DC's League of Super Pets.
Honestly, I think it'll be a fun movie.
It looks super fun.
Even though the cast is like all big names, I'm still surprised this is going to theater though.
Yeah, it doesn't have a theater feel to it.
No, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily have said that Into the Spider-Verse had a theater feel to it. I just was going to see it in the theater regardless.
Yeah, and then
there was no way I wasn't going to see it. Obviously, it would have been fantastic had I not seen it in the theater, but I would have regretted not seeing it. This one, I'm not going to see in the theater at all. It's not for me. I'm okay with the premise. I think it's, I have no issues with it being made. I'm never going to go on Twitter telling people not to see it just because I don't like it. It's just, it's not for me, and that's okay, is all I'm basically saying for that one. I hope it does really well, because then that means we get more movies like that. So we get more different versions of characters. And I mean,
it's hard to say if it plays like the Minions did when it opened up a week or two ago. It opened huge. So if it opens like that, kids want movies in the theater right now. So
exactly,
parents are looking.
And I mean, it's a cute concept. Like I just think it's funny as hell. It's like,
it's hilarious.
For some reason, all the superheroes had animals back in the day, and they're bringing that back. And I mean, I'm a sucker for Crypto, obviously, and Ace the Bat Hound is another one where you can't help but chuckle. And it'll be interesting to see what other, because I didn't actually look at who else was in. I just know that Lex Luthor also has a pet.
Yeah, there's Ace, isn't Ace in it? Batman's dog Ace.
Yeah, Ace the Bat Hound.
Yeah, Ace is in it. Yeah, it's kind of funny when you think of how many dogs there's been in DC.
But even like animals in general, like I think not Wonder Woman, Supergirl had a horse.
Okay.
I believe she also had Streaky the cat, I believe was hers. So she had like her own little farm pretty much. I
think it's going to be funny. I hope it does at least I hope it does Spider-Verse numbers around 300 million.
Yeah, exactly. Like I hope it does well enough that it makes enough money that they go, you know what, we could make another movie out of this.
Yep.
And I'm not going to see it in the theater, but I probably will watch it because sometimes you just want to watch something where you don't have to think about.
Yeah, I'm going to watch
it. And it's going to be a fun movie. That's the other part. It's going to be fun. Yeah. It's going to be funny. It's going to be everything it needs to be, I think. And like I said, I hope it does well. I really do.
Me too. Now we got a big jump until October, unless you got anything else in between.
No, I'm in the same boat as you. It's just a
Okay.
giant block until October.
There's like nothing. And then October 21st, we got another Dwayne Johnson DC movie.
Yeah.
Black Adam, finally, after freaking 12 years of it being talked about.
Well, you know what? Like I put this, I was thinking about this, and I put this kind of in the same category as Ant-Man, where there's no way that this is what they originally had envisioned at the beginning.
Yeah.
But I will say this looks a hell of a lot better than I thought it was going to be.
That first trailer was fantastic. I was like, I'm down.
Yeah. It hit all the right beats. Like it really set the tone that this isn't Superman.
No.
This is a guy that will kill you.
Mm-hmm.
And he won't feel bad about it.
Yep.
I know that they're referring to him more as an anti-hero, especially because The Rock's attached to it, and he's got a higher profile in the comic books right now, largely in part because of that.
Because of this, yep.
Because of this, but like even like Dark Crisis 2 came out, and I read it, and it's good. Like it's so far, this is a DC event that's shaping up to be quite nice.
Nice.
But they have it so that in the next issue, Black Adam will actually have his own Justice League. It's gonna fail. It's gonna fail. I think it's gonna end up having Nightwing step up and be the leader and whatnot. But either way, his profile is the hugest it's ever been right now.
Yeah.
This movie looks great. Even if you didn't have like Pierce Brosnan as Dr. Fate, which is perfect casting. Absolutely perfect casting. And everyone looks incredible.
Like everyone looks awesome. Hawkman looks
comic
awesome.
accurate,
the Atom looks awesome.
Yeah, like just enough where you go like, this looks like it could be comic books, but it also looks really cool live action.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's weird to me. The only weird part to me is this is supposed to be a companion piece to Shazam.
And right now, I don't see how they fit.
Exactly. Like, yes, I know that Shazam is in the DCEU. And so by proxy, this movie is also in the DCEU. Can we just call it DC Movie Universe and just leave it with whatever?
Yeah.
But regardless, even with Shazam 2, even like it's not like Shazam was completely like sunshine and rainbows like DC's League of Super Pets. It wasn't like a super kids show. There were some darker elements to it.
Yeah.
But it's just still like, how does this mesh? Because this is incredibly dark with some jokes in there because that's, it's a movie, so it has to have that. And obviously it's a superhero movie too. Like regardless of how you feel about Black Adam, I don't necessarily buy into the anti-hero thing. Mm-hmm. He's a villain.
Mm-hmm.
He's a villain regardless, but it's a little jarring. And even after this, I don't know that Shazam 2 will even attempt to try and get a little bit darker just so that when these two actually meet, if they even meet, like now I'm not even sure.
I think it's all going to, well, I think it will. The fact that Black Adam and Shazam 2 are releasing so close together, I'm half expecting Shazam to pop in at the end credits of Black Adam, or the other way around, Black Adam popping in during the end credits.
I do think it's going to be the other way around.
Yeah.
Because the reason for that is the plot for the second one has nothing to do. Has no like ties to this at all. Like there's no like in the aftermath of Black Adam, none of that. So
yeah.
I think if they do it, it's Black Adam doing a cameo. But we'll see. Other than that, honestly, this is one of those movies where I hope it does really well. I have a feeling it's going to be the 500 to 700 mil.
That's what I'm thinking. I was actually thinking around 6. So
yeah. I honestly, but that's the thing. I wanted to do good. I wanted to do enough. Not necessarily for a sequel per se. I don't know that this is a character that lends itself to a franchise, but to guarantee further appearances in this movie universe that they're slowly trying to piece together.
Right.
which but again, the other part is it's hard for me to think that this is going to be anything but good.
I mean, I think it's going to be good. I don't know if it'll be great, but I think it looks good, very good. So
yeah, as of right now with the trailer that we've seen, I think it looks really good. Like I said, it looks better than I thought it was going to be. The tone I felt was really cool. Like it was it was the tone that I felt should be a Black Adam movie.
Like Dwayne Johnson's had this consistent role with me. Like I literally love almost all his movies in the last 5, 6, 7, 8 years. Like Rampage, Skyscraper, San Andreas, the Jumanji, like they're all amazing. They're great films. So I feel good about this. I think it's going to be really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I'm at.
November 11th.
November 11th.
We're going to do all the superheroes and then go back. Eh? That's the plan.
That was
okay. We'll go your route then. Okay, so November 11th is the weirdest superhero sequel ever, because I don't know what the fuck's going to happen.
Yeah.
Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, which should really just be called Wakanda Forever because Black Panther's not in it.
See, that's the thing. Like,
how do you call it Black Panther if they're not recasting, so he's not in it unless Shuri becomes Black Panther at the end?
Well, okay, so there's a couple of things that are positives right out of the gates as positives. First and foremost, the fact that Ryan Coogler is returning to write and direct.
Yeah,
that's a huge positive.
Massive.
Because like, even though I refer to this as basically the Lion King, Black Panther was still a fucking awesome movie.
Oh yeah, it was awesome.
Like, even if you take out the fact that it's the first like black superhero on live action, technically the first. I mean, it was Meteor Man.
Yeah,
I think Meteor Man was the first, or was it Blank Man?
No, it was Meteor Man, and then it was Blank Man, and then it was
That's right.
Steel. Yeah, it was
and then
Steel.
I believe it was Steel.
Yeah, there's been quite a bit of black super. I think you even can't count Halle Berry's Catwoman.
Unfortunately, yes, you would have to count that. Yes, it's very unfortunate. But then again, the movies that we've just listed off, well, 2 of the 4 get a pass because they're written as comedies.
Yeah.
Meteor Man is a little bit more socially conscious, but it's still a comedy. And Blank Man is just fucking Damon Wayans and David Allen Greer.
Man.
Jesus.
Blank Man. Oh,
fuck.
So...
I haven't thought about that movie in years until just this second when I was like literally I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, Blank Man. Anyway, so like, even if you take out all those things, it's still a well-written, well-acted, well-directed movie within the confines of the Marvel template. So that's a huge thing. It will be very interesting to see the Black Panther aspect being handled. I mean, the easy answer is Letitia Wright steps up into the Black Panther role because, Shuri did it in the comic books. So there's, the comic book fans can't argue or bitch and moan about that because it's part of continuity. It's happened, right? And regardless of how her thoughts are about COVID and all that other stuff, I don't believe that you should lose your job just because you have differing opinions from other people.
You shouldn't
at all. It was just, I felt the same way when what's her face,
unless your opinion is like really racist or something, or sexist or...
yeah, exactly. I mean, like, if it's just oh, COVID or vaccines or blah, that's like, okay, fine, that's your opinion or whatever. But you're right, like, once we get into hate speech and things like that, like,
it's not really an opinion anymore.
Sure, there's freedom of speech, but at the same time, there's not freedom of consequences.
Right.
I mean, if you go into a very black neighborhood and start saying words you shouldn't be saying, you can't get mad when they kill you. Like, you literally go say those words, and then say to them, "Whoa, I got my freedom of speech, right?"
Yeah.
They'll teach you a lesson. But anyway, but the only other way that they do this is, what's his name? M'Baku?
Yeah.
he steps up, he becomes the Black Panther, and Letitia's Shuri is the mentor. Similar to kind of how they played that brother sister thing in the beginning, like in the first one, but now she's mentoring him because her brother died being a Black Panther. You know?
But how are they? Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, how are they going to write him off? Are they going to say he just died between movies?
I bet you there's going to be some sort of like flashback type scene where they show him dying in battle. He goes out a hero, I think.
Or he'll die during the attack of Atlantis.
Or he dies during the attack of Atlantis. Or hell,
tidal wave hits or something.
They might even blur the lines between reality,
and
comic and movies, and say, you know, he had cancer and he died of cancer.
That'd be pretty.
Yeah.
The
Atlantis stuff. The Atlantis stuff is kind of interesting. Like that's for him to die that way would be cool. Like, wow. I mean, I don't know about cool, but it's tough. It's tough. It's really, really tough. It's really, really tough.
Yeah.
Now, originally I was thinking that this movie is probably not going to do $1 billion, but now I'm thinking it all depends on the closer we get to this date, whether or not word gets out that they, you know, like they actually filmed scenes with him, or they were able to create scenes with him through CGI and he was able to run dialogue. Because then it might be that, like, that morbid curiosity thing that drove Dark Knight numbers through the roof. So that might be the case. So it might be another $1 billion movie. Although otherwise, I still have it at about 8 to 900 million.
Yeah. I don't know. I
might be being optimistic, but because it is hard to say, right? But I mean, like you said, we're introducing
Black Panther was friggin' ginormous though. That was near 2 billion, wasn't it? I think it was way up there, like 1.6 or something. Like because I think it made like 700 million alone in North America.
For some reason, I thought it was around the 1.1, 1.2.
Black Panther box office. Just under 1.4 billion.
That's still pretty.
That's a good chunk.
That's
more than Civil War made. So
well, I was gonna say, yeah, because Civil War was 1.3.
I'm gonna say that this is probably still gonna make around $1 billion.
Okay.
It's gonna be a massive tribute to Chadwick Boseman, and I think that's gonna get people to want to watch it alone. Also,
yeah, that's true.
First appearance of Neymar. Marvel fans are going to want to check it out too. So,
yeah, but Marvel fans are weird.
They're weird.
They're fucking weird.
Yeah, they used to
actually.
Be so
yeah,
normal.
that might be the only reason why.
I was a Marvel fan.
Yeah,
this is the face of the old Marvel fan. The new ones are those crazy lunatics.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, careful. We're gonna get in shit.
Yeah, we will.
But we're okay. I still kind of. Actually, you know what? I'm probably gonna. I'll agree with you. It'll do $1 billion based off of everything.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we mentioned it earlier. Next up is Shazam: Fury of the Gods, December 21st, 2022. Yeah,
that's really close to Black Adam. It's only 2 months. Exactly 2 months.
Yeah. I mean, it's tough. Like. I mean, David Sandberg's returning, which is great.
Yep.
For continuity's sake, it's great. You know, while I didn't hate Shazam by any means, it just wasn't for me. It wasn't the version of the character I wanted to see on screen.
Yep.
But don't get me wrong. Like, I understand why they went that route. I understand why Jeff Johns rebooted the character to this version where he's a kid, regardless of whether he's Shazam or Billy Batson. So he retains his Billy Batson attitude and mentality.
Yeah.
And even the fact that they had Billy Batson be kind of a little bit of a shit, not necessarily a bad kid, but not the paragon of virtue that he's always been depicted as. You know, in our previous Camcast, we were okay. Like it was just one of those like, I like this, but overall, you know, it wasn't for me. So I feel like it's going to be more the same. Like if you like the first one, I don't see any reason why you're not going to like this one.
Yeah. So like, I'm on the fence. I'm not super excited about it, but maybe if it somehow plays off a Black Adam a bit, I'll have that whole thing I had with Doctor Strange, where the first is like, and the second I really enjoyed.
And that's entirely possible too. But I was also thinking, I feel like maybe they should start looking at Shazam as kind of like their Spider-Man character, because he's the youngest character that they have.
Yeah.
And he's played like a kid. So he's played like, he was literally like the more I think about it now, it was more like Spider-Man when he's fighting the other Avengers, where he's like, "Oh, you got a cool metal arm," and "Oh man, I'm sorry for knocking you down, Mr. Falcon with wings," or whatever. Yep. So I think when they get to that part, like, and that's tough to say. That I guess my biggest problem is the fact that it's not just Shazam, it's all of the foster brothers and sisters.
Yeah, it's the whole
that
family.
Have varying degrees of the Shazam powers, which makes, again, like I said, like I understand that was Jeff Johns' reboot idea, and I mean it's obviously different than any other representation we've seen before. I don't like it because then I don't like it for the same reasons why they keep dropping Kryptonians from Superman, because they say it makes Superman less special.
Yep.
But how do you have Shazam join the team, the Justice League, if that's of course what they do?
Yeah.
And then have the other like fucking 6 or 7 that are left over and go, no, we just want him.
Yeah,
you guys keep doing what
you're not good enough. Him.
You guys keep doing what you're doing, and that's awesome. When when we need you, we won't. But when we need you, we'll call you.
Even though half of you are more mentally like adults than he is.
Yeah.
We'll take the kid.
This guy has all your powers. Yeah. You have one of each of his powers.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. I mean, again, I am going to watch this. I'm not going to tell you I'm not going to watch this. I'm going to watch this, but I'm not like pumped about it. I was never pumped about it in the first place.
Yeah.
You know, I think if they have more of those comic book movie jokes where they kind of skewer that, I think that'll be a little bit more of a positive for me, because that's one of my favorite scenes where he and Savannah are like Savannah's yelling at him outside. He's like, I can't hear you.
Yeah.
Like you're a block away. I can't hear you at all. What are you saying? I was like, man, that's funny. We don't hear
that. Was fun. That's probably one of my favorite parts in the movie.
That's my favorite part. It's my whole favorite part. And the other thing, yeah, but you know, but again, like if you like the first one,
yeah,
great.
I'm thinking 500 to 600 mil.
Yeah, about the what the first one was about 5 to 6.
I think the first one was around 5 to 6. Yeah.
Yeah,
or if it does more than might 6, even be 4 something. I don't know, but
I think it was around like literally between 5 and 6. But yeah, and it was probably closer to 550.
Yeah. So that's
regardless.
That there.
Regardless, I if it does more than 6, I will be fucking amazed.
Yeah.
Unless I watch the movie and I'm like, this is so good, then I won't be amazed. But I don't know. I just don't see it. I just don't see my reaction being that way, which is the same reaction I have for the next movie.
Yeah, and I mean, like, honestly, we'll talk.
I'm actually less excited to see this movie than I am for Shazam: Fear of the Gods. And I don't know if you could tell, but I don't really want to watch. I mean, I'll watch it, but I'm not.
I'm gonna watch it for the cast alone, because the cast is fucking crazy good.
Yeah, but you make the argument for Shazam too. The cast is great.
Yeah,
yes, the casting, Kraven the Hunter.
This was already in the making before Morbius was released. So I'm thinking that Sony's probably regretting a couple of their 2023 decisions.
Yeah, my first thought on this, honestly, is I could care less.
Yeah, so January 13th is Kraven the Hunter.
I could care less.
With
and I love the cast. I actually love the character. He's one of my favorite
Aaron
Spider-Man
Taylor
villains.
Johnson, I think, will nail the role, and the fact that Russell Crowe will be his father, I think, is gonna be pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, but like, I mean, Jared Leto nailed the role of Michael Morbius.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean anything.
No, because at the end of the day, that won't have an MCU stamp above it. So Kraven the Hunter, I think it's dead in the water. It's or dead on arrival, if you will.
Yeah, I feel that way too, because I keep going back to this, and I've been saying this since Amazing Spider-Man 2. I don't know why their intent is to make super villain movies to get to the Sinister Six.
Yeah.
All you have to do, this is all you have to do, is you introduce a few of these villains in Spider-Man movies. Like, I don't know, Vulture, Mysterio, because we don't really know for sure if he's dead or not.
Yep.
Right?
Right.
We've hinted at Scorpion. We've introduced the Tinkerer, right?
We've had the Shocker.
We've had the Shocker. So, I mean, you've got 5 people right there. Then you can introduce 2 or 3 in the movie.
The fact of the matter is, we already had the Sinister Six in the last Spider-Man, and it was so good. And why even bother trying again?
We had the Sinister Six.
Yeah, we did. J. Jonah Jameson.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right. I agree, and I agreed with that assessment. So yes, yeah. Even still, if you want to be a nitpicker, technically we haven't had the Sinister Six, even though
technically we have
a large number of those people were in the Sinister Six. Regardless, first of all, it doesn't make any fucking sense. To go back to Morbius, the way they ended it makes no fucking sense.
Yeah,
at all. Just the fact that Vulture is going to team up with Morbius. And I'm guessing they're going to team up with Venom. But whatever. And the other part that really makes no sense to me at all is that we're doing Sinister Six, so we're building towards the 6 deadliest villains to fight a character that I guess doesn't even exist in this world. Because Morbius is in the same world as Venom.
Yes.
There's no talk of Spider-Man at all. There's been no hints, no words, no blurbs, no nothing. Not even like the slightest bit of, hey, some weird dude is climbing walls in Queens.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like
the only person that knows about Spider-Man is fucking Adrian Toomes, and that's because he came from the version that had Spider-Man. The multiverse. He came from the different universe that had Spider-Man, so that's how he knows about Spider-Man. But we got to team up and find Spider-Man. Good luck.
So we have a spider, a bat, and a vulture. I'm assuming that Kraven the Hunter will come hunting the animal characters. I mean, Venom's not even a spider because he doesn't have a spider on his chest in this universe. So I don't
exactly. Like he has no like he has absolutely, hey buddy, hey, no ties at all to this guy. But regardless,
even Titan's pissed about this movie.
It impacts upon my previous thought where it's like, no, don't do it. Don't do it. Or if you're gonna do it like the Suicide Squad, where you introduce almost all of the characters in that movie.
Yeah.
You know, like the only one you wouldn't have to really introduce would be Vulture, because we've already done that. But then that's it. Go through the list. In 20 minutes, in the first like 10 minutes of the movie, you've introduced every one of the characters, and that's all you do. And then now you've got a movie of Sinister Six, and then what?
Yeah.
And then what? Really? Like, what do they do?
I don't know, buddy. I think this could be a good movie if they don't connect it to any of the other movies. Just tell a story. That
might be the only way it saves it. It might be the only way that saves it. But
well, yeah.
I mean, look, we talked about Morbius. We'll never tell you that Morbius was cinematic masterpiece of comic book movies. We'll tell you it was a fun, good movie as long as you didn't look at it like, oh, this is going to elevate the genre. No. If you thought it was going to elevate the genre, log out. Don't even bother watching the movie. You need to change your head. What you need to do is say, hey, this movie is probably going to be more fun than good. So let's look at it like that. Let's look at it a homage to some of those 90 or mid 2000s superhero movies.
Yeah.
This one is just whatever.
Kraven the Hunter will be lucky to make 150 worldwide.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it won't have a second showing because of a meme. They're not going to be saying it's Kraven time a lot. I'll tell you that right now. Or
I'm Kraven.
Exactly. Are you Kraven?
Kraven
off? And you're like, wait, what?
What? Oh boy.
I don't understand. And you're like, watch the movie.
Yeah.
You know? I don't if it does more than 150 million, like if it breaks even, I'll be amazed. I'll be absolutely amazed.
I mean, I don't know what the budget's going to be. I can't see it being that high.
Who knows?
Budget. Let's see. They got a budget on here yet? No. Yeah.
My guess is around the 150 to 250 range.
Probably.
That seems to be because Morbius was what, 200?
Yeah, but Morbius had fucking all that COVID pushbacks. That really hurt the budget on that.
And also they rewrote the movie to try and shoehorn it into the MCU.
Yeah. So sorry, Kraven.
Could you imagine I'm trying to figure out the thought process though, is that they try to shoehorn it into the MCU by taking one of the characters and depositing him. And then that's it.
And then
and also did Sony really think that they were gonna get Andrew Garfield to reprise his Spider-Man role?
I think so. I think they were counting on it.
Because if that's the case, that's fucking asinine. Like, that's the dumbest. Like, who the fuck is sitting there? Like, can no one sit there and say, hold on a second. You want to bring back Andrew Garfield to do Amazing Spider-Man 3 just so that we could do the Sinister Six movie that we've been trying to do for a million years?
Yep.
This is dumb. This is so fucking stupid. Okay? Oh, no. But no. It's fucking dumb. Like, I don't care how awesome he was in No Way Home because he was awesome. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
But that wasn't his story. Yeah, we got to tie up some loose ends for him specifically.
Yeah.
Not so much for Peter 2, but Peter 2 didn't need it. But this is primarily Peter 1's story.
Yeah.
But yeah, sure, okay. And of course, he's like, no, I'm not fucking doing that movie. I'll retire. I'll take a break from acting before I do this movie. Like,
oh man.
And the worst part is he was such a huge fan of the character, so he must know. Like, he must be in a position where he's just like, this is all stupid garbage.
Yeah.
You know, Morbius was never on the Sinister Six, right, guys? Neither was Venom. Anyway, so next up, we break it. Now we're into 2023, ladies and gentlemen.
February 17th.
Sorry, we were already in 2023 with KRAVEN. I apologize, guys.
Yeah.
Ant-Man and the Wasp, QUANTUMANIA.
Such a weird title.
This one is, if you like the first two, you're going to like this one.
It's going to be a hell of a lot of fun, and it's going to make decent money.
It's going to be about the same that it's been the last two movies, around that 5 to 7.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons why I think this isn't, because this has no bumps from anything. So this doesn't have, like, Doctor Strange 2 had the No Way Home bump.
Yes.
Okay. To be fair, the movie was so fucking awesome that I still think it would have done really, really well without the No Way Home bump, or at least to the extent that his character was in No Way Home.
Yeah.
But I do like how, like, his actions in No Way Home and then bleed into his actions into Doctor Strange 2, which also will affect Doctor Strange 3 and whatever else. And I mean, who knows? He might make an appearance in QUANTUMANIA because it does deal with the quantum verse and multiverses and stuff like that. Unless they really go out of their way to establish Kang as the big bad guy, it's like I said, more of the same.
Yeah, Kang will be in there. Maybe Loki will make an appearance.
Maybe, but I don't think so.
I don't
think so. But and even then, like I said, like unless all they do is they establish Kang as the next step bad guy to the next big guy.
Yeah.
You know, because we talked about this the last couple of Camcasts. We're saying like we were told that he was the big bad guy, the big Phase 4 bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I've only seen him.
I mean, he'll be like Loki. He's the Loki role. Whenever they do an Avengers type movie with some people, he might be the bad guy, but there'll be a way bigger one above it all.
There has to be. There absolutely has to be, especially because the way they're using it. Like if they were going to use him and use him similar to Thanos, okay, then that's a little bit different. Then I could say, okay, he's clearly the big bad guy.
Yeah.
But we've seen him once,
and
that's it. We know he's in this movie. That's it. That's all we know, and it's the same actor, so that's good. Kudos for him.
Yep.
You know, we just don't know what version of Kang he's playing, or you know, I feel like he's obviously going to be more of a bad guy than the other one, but unfortunately, I'm going to watch it. I'm going to watch it in the theater. I'm probably going to enjoy it, but I'm like there. It's going to be no better or worse than the other two.
It's going to be a great movie, but it's not going to be anything that like. It's not going to be the best of the MCU by any means.
Oh gosh, no.
But it'll be good. Yeah, it'll be good. And you know, 5 to 7. That's pretty much it. And that's
only if they can make that in the first month, because literally the next month to the day. Is Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom.
It's the sequel to the $1 billion monster.
This will destroy Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah.
It will totally eat. Like if they can't make if they're not at 6 to 7 by the time this movie comes out, that's it. They're not going to make it there.
There's I don't see this doing $1 billion like the first for a couple reasons.
I agree completely, 100%. I'm just going to say it is still going to destroy.
It's going to destroy Ant-Man. But all the controversy over Amber Heard it's probably going to hurt the movie.
Hey, you know they're still getting signatures to remove her from this finished movie, right?
Fucking Jesus Christ. Man, people.
If you guys keep signing it, they will take her out. They'll just superimpose someone else's face on her. Just keep signing it.
Doesn't even matter anymore.
Even put money into the signatures. Actually donate money to have her removed, because they'll totally take her out of this finished fucking movie. Ezra Miller still has a movie that's helmed entirely around him. And I don't know if you've kept up on the latest shit, but he's insane. He has to be stopped.
He's great. He
has to be stopped.
He's gone insane. Yeah.
It's to the point, and we'll talk about I'm getting ahead. We'll talk about that.
We'll get there.
100%, I agree. It won't do $1 billion.
So the Amber Heard thing is one thing.
That's going to hurt it.
The first movie opened at Christmas, which is always huge. So I think that really helped boost the first movie.
Yeah.
And here's the big one. Aquaman is following Black Panther, which is going to deal with Namor. And we'll get around to talk about it later on. Avatar: The Way of Water. So will people be a little tired of the underwater people by then? I don't know.
Your last one, I disagree with your last one, mainly because Aquaman is more well-known than Namor.
Yeah.
Even though I believe Namor came out first.
Oh, yeah. Namor came out Namor came out with Captain America.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. So he came out first, but Aquaman is way more prevalent.
Yeah.
And also, this version of Aquaman, especially like this version, like James Wan's version of this character, is awesome.
Oh, he's
like so good. Like I shit on him in the Justice League because the bro bullshit, and I was just like, fuck, like everybody's got to be a bro, dude. Like, come on. But and I mean, yeah, there was a couple parts in jail, Justice League, that I was like, okay, well, it's okay, it's all right.
Yeah.
But this Aquaman was fucking crazy awesome.
Yeah.
The portrayal, like Momoa was perfect in this role, perfect in this version of the character. So much so that I was like, okay, fuck it, like just give me more of that, and if we get more of that, that'll be great. I do agree it's not going to do $1 billion because of the Amber Heard, but I actually think she's not going to be in this movie as much as people think she is. I do think
I don't think so.
5 to 10 minutes tops that she's in this movie.
10 minutes tops.
It'll maybe be just enough.
A little at the beginning, a little at the end. That's it.
And maybe not even at the end. It might even just be a little bit in the middle, just so people can kind of go, oh yeah, that's right. And then they kill her off. And then by the end of the movie, they've introduced like Dolphin as a potential love interest, which is possible. They haven't cast anyone or said they cast anyone, but still, regardless.
Mara's going to get brutally ripped apart by the trench.
I still think this movie is going to do quite well, but it's not going to do $1 billion.
I don't think so.
I'm putting this around
9.
7.
I think I can go 8 to 9.
Yeah, fair enough. 8 to 9. You know what?
Yeah.
I'll say 7 to 8. 7 to 8.
I mean, what do I know? I mean, I never thought Top Gun 2 was going to make over $1 billion. So,
but I also never thought Aquaman was going to make $1 billion.
No, never did. Never did.
Not even close.
We were like, oh yeah, this ain't doing good.
This is going to be a bomb.
Yeah.
I think that we were saying, then when we saw the final costume, we were like, okay, it's still not going to be like a blockbuster.
Yeah.
But it'll do good. It'll do
holy
okay.
Fuck. You would have told me that was going to make more than Wonder Woman. I would have said, no way.
All day long. I would have been like, you're fucking dumb. You're stupid. I'd have to eat a ketchup sandwich, or no, wait, I'll have to eat one later. But anyway, yeah. So
so now superhero movies take us to May.
Yeah. So now we start getting into some heavy hitters.
3 heavy hitters in a row, and then a stinker in July.
So Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 comes out May 5th, 2023. This one is going to be bittersweet because this is the end of the franchise.
Yep.
This is going to be the last time we see a lot of these characters, or at least in this version, because they haven't recast characters yet. But
I feel like we'll see Groot and Rocket going forward, but they'll probably recast, like it would be Bradley Cooper and Vin Diesel voicing them.
That's a tough call because it's just voice work.
I mean, it's hard to say.
Yeah, it is hard to say. But then again, it also depends on how they lead this, because like you're almost saying they'd have to kill off all these characters, because otherwise then we have to recast, and they have not done a recast yet.
No. And
it's tough because, like, who do you recast for Star-Lord? You know?
I don't know. I mean, yeah.
Like, I think Gamora is dead after this movie. Unless it's one of those where, like, new Gamora hooks up with, Star-Lord, and like they rekindle, but it's different because she's not exactly the same person she was when he met her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If it was anyone else, like if it wasn't James Gunn, I'd be like, I'm really worried about this movie.
Yeah.
I'm really worried about this movie. Whereas because it's James Gunn, like it's going to be bittersweet, but I have no reason to believe that this isn't going to be awesome.
And we really don't know where these characters are going to be at when this movie starts either, because they're going to make an appearance in Thor. They have a Christmas special coming out this year.
Right. That's right. I forgot about that.
So I don't know.
It's a tough call.
Yeah. I think, it's probably 700 to 800 or so.
Yep. Pretty much in line with their previous box office.
Yeah, I would say be in line with the other two.
Yeah.
But it's going to be fucking amazing.
It might get the $1 billion bump for it being the last of this. But the other part too is like, Actually, it's tough because like Chris Pratt seems like every second day someone's coming out and calling him out for being a horrible garbage person, and it's just like, okay, take it easy, guys.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, like it, you know, like I said, part of me does feel like it might do $1 billion just because like this is an event. This is like the end of the Guardians of the Galaxy franchise as we know it. So we'll see what happens. Plus, the introduction of Adam Warlock is interesting.
It owns May. There's nothing in May going against it, so it's going to make some cash.
Yeah,
it's not like the next few months here where everything's so jam packed together. You know.
Yeah, for some reason I didn't write down the date for Spider-Man.
June 2nd. So it's got a month before that comes out.
So so June 2nd, 2023. Even still, I feel like Guardians and Spider-Man won't be competing too much for viewers because there's two types of people watching both movies, right?
Yeah.
Like
100%.
There's the guys like us who are going to watch both movies regardless. But then there's the people like Michelle who will watch Guardians in the theater but won't watch Across the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
Right. And I don't blame her. Like, I mean, like even we said when we were talking about Into the Spider-Verse, we were talking about this is not necessarily a casual fans movie. Casual fans could watch it and understand what's going on because it's not like the concepts are so beyond that you have to read 40 years of comic books to grasp. You just have to understand that there's different versions and different dimensions.
Yeah.
That's not hard, right?
That's it. Yeah.
But not everyone will see animation and go, yeah, that's what I want to watch. That'll be a serious thing. They might think it's just a joke or it's not as serious or whatever, right?
Right.
So I don't necessarily think it's going to take too much from Guardians and vice versa. Guardians isn't going to take too much from here. So I think that's actually pretty good placement for those two movies. Flash, however, getting back to Spider-Man, I can't wait.
Yeah, I can't wait either.
It's just like, holy
I mean,
shit.
after the crazy reviews the first got and winning the Oscar for Best Animated Film.
Never mind the fact that it was
beating Pixar.
Never mind the fact that instantly it became one of the best Spider-Man movies I had seen in such a long time.
Yeah.
Like, and for some, that's their top of the list. And I can't argue it.
Like, I can't argue it.
That's your favorite Spider-Man movie?
Yeah.
Okay. You know,
I was at that point where I was like, is this bumping Spider-Man 2? Like, I love Spider-Man 2. Was this bumping it? It was damn good. I think it's going to probably make like 300 mil again, like, you know, high animated movie numbers.
I actually put this more closer to 5. I put it closer to 5 because, like, the first one was a surprise hit.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, nobody, like, even you and I both talked about it, and we weren't like, this will be fucking huge. We were just like, it looks great. It looks like awesome. I think it's going to do. I think I said it was going to make its budget and then some, but I didn't like think it was going to be anything bigger than it got. Like, it got bigger than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Whereas now I think it will probably see closer to 5 is what I'm thinking.
I can see that. I hope it. I hope it.
Oh yeah, exactly. Well, not only that, like, actually, well, the main thing would be because of the one being such surprisingly like a good movie, like not just an animated Spider-Man movie. It was just a really good movie that introduced a really cool version of Miles Morales, you know, and the coolest version of Prowler ever.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, like I feel like it's going to be more the same, but it's going to just be bigger and better. It'll be like Guardians 2. You watch Guardians 1 and they're like, yeah, Guardians 2 is just bigger and better.
Yep.
That's all you need to hear. You go, okay, great, cool. I think this is going to be the same boat. I think we're probably going to see, it might even crack 5, but I'm going to say between 4 and 5 for me. That's my guess.
Okay. No, I think that's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah. June 23rd, though. If you know what, this is a movie I thought would have actually surprisingly did well a year ago.
6 months ago.
You know, like the Flash.
6 months ago, I would have said this movie will probably be huge. Like,
I mean, hell, they even had the Flash pop up in the end of Peacemaker. Like,
they even had Flash meet Flash.
Yeah, that's right. Flash met Flash, and that was huge.
That was super huge. I was just like, holy fuck. And, you know, I know a lot of Flash fans might not necessarily be a huge fan of Ezra's portrayal of Flash. Now, I would argue that, like, if you just saw the Warner Brothers version of Snyder's Justice League, 100% I agree with you on that one. The Snyder cut did a better job for that character.
Oh, big
so
time.
that he was less of a quirky joke character and more of an actual, like, hero character who just also happened to be kind of like a geeky, nerdy type person.
Yeah.
But the underlying theme was he just wanted to help out, which is awesome. And, you know, like I said, I wouldn't have gone that route, especially because, I mean, Grant Gustin's Barry Allen, consistently an awesome version of that character. Even though I haven't watched the show in years, that was one of the reasons why I kept coming back, was because his version of that character was so good.
Yeah.
And the writing was good for his character too. But now, my honestly, my first bit here is Warner Brothers is stuck.
I mean, they're horribly stuck. They're gonna have to.
They shouldn't release this movie, but they almost have to.
I think personally, I think they should push it to January. I think they should dump this in the spring, and I think it should market. They should market pretty much entirely Michael Keaton and Ben Affleck,
and also rewriting setting the stage for the movies coming after this.
Yeah,
like saying like the Snyderverse is finished, but this will allow them to pick and choose what elements. Because obviously, like, Black Adam fits more into the Snyder version. And even though Shazam is part of that, he doesn't fit in at all.
No.
So they can kind of pick and choose what they want to do, and they can, you know, recast Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
But
yeah, so I think for the marketing, Michael Keaton is returning. Ben Affleck is saying goodbye. That alone is enough to get me in the theater. Unfortunately, you got to deal with crazy.
Let it slip that Michael Keaton is playing Thomas Wayne from Flashpoint.
Yeah.
And then that way you've got father and son having a moment. Yeah. And then at the end of the movie, when it's all rewritten, you surprise everybody with the recasting of Flash. I mean, like I said, I personally feel like they shouldn't release this movie at all. And I'd love to see Michael Keaton as Batman again. Believe me, I would. And to have some sort of interaction with Ben Affleck's Batman, I think is going to be awesome.
Yeah.
And setting the stage for potentially what the DCU could look like in the future. All positive things. And I actually, like I said, if the Flash was similar to the Snyder cut, I can get on board with that too.
Yep.
But like, fuck, man, like, for everyone that's signing petitions for Amber Heard to not be in this movie, no one's saying shit about Ezra Miller.
Not yet, but after Aquaman's release and her things out of the way, Flash will be the next target.
But she was targeted before, long before.
Yeah.
Honestly, she was targeted at the point where they could have taken her out of the movie.
Her only crime,
her or whatever.
Her only crime is that she's a fucked up weirdo liar. I mean,
no, her crime is that she's a liar, but she's also an abuser and a manipulator.
But
she's got multiple crimes.
Ezra, like, is a step away from running a sex ring by the looks of it.
I was gonna say, like, he's it appears as if he's grooming young women. Okay. He's kidnapping them.
Yeah.
He has frequently sexually assaulted people. assaulted people. Okay.
Yeah.
He's currently on the run.
It's fucked
Like,
up, man.
It's not like this is the court of public opinion, because and I've said this before too. I understand Johnny Depp won his defamation suit. Okay. Yeah. And that was what the suit was. It was all about defamation. She did definitely defame him, and she lost because of that. Okay. I don't think he is innocent. Like, I don't think he didn't abuse her in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
Okay. You've heard enough throughout the years that he's done this kind of thing for a long time. I do think it was just two toxic people that should never have got together, and then it was just like, well, of course shit like this happens. But with Ezra shouldn't, not one fucking petition.
Yeah.
No one said anything about taking him out of this movie. In fact, the first time it happened, Warner Brothers was basically just like, well, as long as he doesn't keep doing shit like this, then, we won't even, they weren't going to reference it. They weren't going to bring it up. But then I read something happens again, and they were basically just like, okay, so then after this, if nothing else happens, should be okay. Well, what about now?
Yeah. What happens now?
Fucking Warner Brothers dropped Johnny Depp the second he was accused of beating her.
Yeah.
Just like that. And that's Johnny Depp, okay? I don't care who you are. Johnny Depp, whether you like him as a person or you like him as an actor or whatever the case may be, you can't deny that Johnny Depp is infinitely a bigger star than Ezra Miller.
Mm-hmm.
There's no fucking comparison. And this fucker got to finish this fucking movie. This fucking mind-boggling, to borrow a phrase.
I actually read a rumor online today that there's a petition starting to replace Ezra Miller with Elliot Page.
Who?
Elliot Page.
I'm in. Fuck it. Fuck it. You know what? I'm in.
Yeah.
Because I'll tell you right now, Elliot Page, better actor than Ezra Miller.
Yeah.
The only unfortunate thing for Elliot Page is that at one point, Elliot Page was a woman, and some people have a hard time wrapping their heads around that.
Yeah.
I refuse to call him or her by her. It's not fucking hard. You're just being a goddamn piece of shit. You fucking bigot. Like, go fuck yourselves. I don't give a fuck if she wanted to call herself Elmer Page or himself or whatever the case may be. I almost wish that he did.
Oh my God. If Elliot would have became Elmer.
I almost wish, now that I said it, I was actually just, this is off the cuff bullshit, but now I'm kind of like, yeah, you know what? Elmer Page works.
Elmer Page.
But fuck it. You know what? I'm in. Recast immediately. Just.
I mean, you look at Elliot Page and like his body type and everything is pretty damn close to Ezra.
Not too far off.
Not too far off.
But like I said, we've got an infinitely better actor. And second of all, we've got what appears to be a relatively sane and normal person.
Yeah, they're a good person. Just because they got a sex change doesn't make them bad. They're a good person. I mean,
I think the official proper term is sexual realignment.
Is that what we're going with these days?
Honestly, I don't know. I just want it to be known that we're looking at, if we're using improper terms, or words or phrases or whatever, we don't mean them the way these fucking pricks use them. This is just us saying, look,
we're off.
I can't keep up with anything, all of them, okay? And I'm not going to try. Just know that all of this comes from love, okay?
We've been calling Ezra he and him the entire episode. It's really they, them.
That's right. They, them, fuck them is what I kind of want to.
Fuck them.
That's where I'm at with that person.
Yes.
Fuck them. But just know that we mean no disrespect.
Nope.
We don't want to make anything light of your life and your lives. Just bear with us. Just give us our due. Give us the benefit of the doubt, and just say, hold on, they use terminology that I'm not necessarily happy with. Let's continue watching to see where they go with this. Because I actually, I wish I knew about the Elliot Page fucking thing. Because I just
read it today.
I'll sign it. Fuck it.
Like,
Elliot Page is
the
worst thing that Elliot Page has ever done is said, I want to live the life that I feel like I should have been living. Oh. And yet these fucking right-wing lunatics that call everyone groomers and pedophiles steer clear of Ezra Miller.
Yeah. This just went up 4 hours ago, man. That's
amazing. How many signatures?
I don't know if there's an actual petition. I'm going to go in here. Hang on.
Okay.
Following the continued controversy. Yep. Yeah, there's like sketches online of people drawing Elliot as the Flash, and
it works perfectly. It honestly works perfectly.
There's no petition yet, but I'm fully expecting there to be one tomorrow.
That would be a seamless, like in my opinion, that would be a seamless thing. And then in that case, yeah, fucking rights. Push it to January or next spring.
Yeah. Put the extra
Give
money
you enough
in.
time.
Cut Ezra out.
Cut Ezra out and refilm. Do the thing they did with fucking THOR.
Yeah.
Where they just CGI'd her in place. And that was it.
That was it,
you know?
So
and
yeah,
when I say her, I mean THOR. I don't mean her for Elliot. Elliot is a man. Pronouns are him and they and whatever other ones that person wants to use. Those are the ones I'm going to intend to use unless I forget. But I mean, fuck, my response, my first thought when I don't want to say came out, but like when he established that he was in fact trans and he wanted to be referred to as he and him, I went, good for him. That was it. That was my response. You know what? If this makes you happy, good for you. Good
Absolutely.
For you. So anyway,
the Flash, I have no fucking clue what that's going to make.
You know what? I almost feel like it'll do $1 billion out of morbid curiosity.
I mean,
just to see this
2.7 billion. I'm calling it right now.
Yeah, like, you know, and then of course they'll bring him back for a sequel because the fucking movie made money, but there's no way. There's no hope in hell. There's no hope in hell. My honest. And the other part that I hate the most about this is that I'm gonna watch it.
I am gonna watch it. I'm gonna fucking hate Ezra being on screen, but I'm not
watching it in the theater though.
No.
I refuse to watch it in the theater.
I feel bad for Andy Muschietti or whatever, the director of the 2 It movies. Like, he directed The Flash, so I feel bad for him.
I feel bad for everyone that's involved in this movie except for Ezra Miller because they had to A, work with Ezra Miller, B, now are in a movie that at one point was looking like, holy fuck, this could be No Way Home for DC.
Yeah.
Not that it would have done almost $3 billion, but it would have been that feeling. It would have done really well for that. And now everyone involved, the fucking writers, the directors, the cinematographers, camera guys, the grips, whatever, all these fucking people are now in this fucking horrible position where they're like, yeah, we did a movie with fuckface.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah.
I don't think it's gonna do great, but I do think it'll do better than the next movie.
Oh yeah, you want to hear what my line is for this one?
Let's hear it.
Okay, for the sake of argument, we're talking about Madam Web, which is tentatively coming out July 7th, 2023. Yeah. I say tentatively because this is my first line. One of the dumbest movies ever greenlit by Sony. I put a big period here. Just okay. Sony isn't innocent, or they're not impervious to greenlighting shitty fucking movies or movies that should never have been greenlit. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Out of all of them, and I will give them a in the future 5-year window that this will be the dumbest movie they've ever greenlit as of right now, and for the next 5 years after this movie.
Wait a minute. So you saying that this is a worse green light than Bad Bunny's El Muerto?
I forgot about that one. It's real fucking close though.
You gave them a whole 5 years and they fucked it up in a few months.
Yeah, it's because I forgot all about that because I immediately delete that one from my brain because I don't think that's actually coming out. I honestly don't.
I don't think it will either.
I think when they announced it, they were like this.
Yeah.
Oh, Barry Horowitz style, fucking. Oh yeah, and DDP self high five, and they were like, "Fuck yeah!" And then everyone was like, "What?
Yeah.
This is a joke? This is for real." Bad Bunny, who we don't know if he can act or not, is playing El Muerte, which, to reiterate, I didn't fucking know who that was. I had to Google and find that he was in 2 issues of Spider-Man and never seen again. So, yeah, okay. That's the dumbest movie. Okay, that's the absolute dumbest movie.
Yeah.
Madam Web. Madam Web is a supporting character.
Yeah, majorly supporting.
Yeah, like only supporting.
Also, a decrepit-looking old lady, not a gorgeous Dakota Johnson.
I'm fine with that because Madam Web is now, I think now is a younger woman because I think it's Janet Drew, one of the Spider Women.
Oh, okay.
Became her, which they might actually touch upon in this one to justify. But man, it's tough because, like, look, this movie's giving people jobs and it's going to give people work to do. And Dakota Johnson, my understanding, is a good actress. I haven't seen her in anything. But all I've ever heard is that she's a good actress. So I'm inclined to agree. Sometimes I feel bad because there's no way, like, the agent was probably like, this is a great role for you because it's a female-led movie and it's a female superhero and it's also Spider-Man adjacent. So this will be like this. And I feel like she has no concept of these characters. So she's not like, if it was me, if I was in that role and they were like, hey, yeah, you get to be Madam Web, and I identified as a woman and everything was kosher. Yeah. I would literally go, no, I'm gonna have to pass on this movie.
Yeah. Let me know when Spider-Woman's available.
What do you mean? Like, why? And it's like, well, she's never ever led anything ever, period.
Mm-hmm.
She's always been a supporting character. Okay. And also, how the fuck do you make an entire movie out of her? Period. So no, this is gonna bomb. This is gonna actually do worse numbers than Morbius, but it might actually go through a meme and be brought back only to make even less money. Because, I mean, to be fair, if Morbius went back to the theaters and it actually made money, I'd be like, good job, guys. Good job.
Yeah. But the fact that it went back and made like $1 that weekend.
You got an all right movie to make more money than it should have. Yes. Good for you. But yeah, no, Madam Web is right now. Madam Web has the distinction because it's pretty much like it's in production. So it's as of now, it's going to come out next year. I can't say for certain.
I doubt it's going to come out in July. July is like summer season, man. This isn't going to make money. look what comes out after it if you're looking at sci-fi movies. I mean,
or even just the next superhero movie.
Yeah, right. That comes out less than a month after.
Yeah, it'll destroy it. If Madam Web, for whatever reason, is still in the theaters by the time the Marvels comes out,
Yeah.
just get it out of there, because you're gonna lose every single possibility.
Yep.
No one's watching that movie. And no one is gonna say like July 7th versus July 28th. So 21 days. You got 3 weeks to make money.
Mm-hmm.
It's, if anything, bump it another year, and I don't know, maybe make it more of a thought-provoking mind-bender movie with some elements of Spider-Man. Like maybe kind of.
It might be good. I still don't think it would make money.
Yeah, I don't know. No, it's not gonna make money. There's no fucking way. This movie, however, The Marvels, July 28th, 2023.
Big money. Big money.
I think it's gonna do big money.
Big money. Because I tell you right now, Miss Marvel is so much fucking fun. That I forget her name, but she is so talented, that young actress.
I've only watched the first episode. And immediately I was brought, like, she's infectious.
Oh yeah.
Like she was so infectious that even when they did the stereotypical, like, she's gonna fucking like be a dick to her parents. Like, I knew it right away. I was doing this. I was like, oh, here we go. And it happened. And I was just like, oh my God. And they're trying so hard to understand her world, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
She's like a total dick to them too. And I was like, oh fuck. But the reason why I haven't continued watching it was because I was working on The Boys. So
yeah.
Boys is almost done.
I haven't done The Boys yet. I'm waiting until it finishes so I can just binge it right to the
end. Where I'm now, like, I'm the opposite, where I was like, I shouldn't have started this and then The Boys. I should have just went straight to The Boys.
Yeah.
Or Miss Marvel. So I'm gonna finish up The Boys because I think the last episode comes out this week. And then I'll get back to Miss Marvel because I'm looking forward to. But not only is Miss Marvel going to be in it,
yep,
but we also have Spectrum from WandaVision.
Yeah, that's right.
And then on top of that, we've got Brie Larson reprising a role as Captain Marvel. And I'm actually like, I'm kind of glad that they called it The Marvels instead of Captain Marvel 2.
Yeah, me too.
You know? So you've got 3 incredibly talented women helming this movie. Originally, I actually said I don't think it'll make $1 billion, but it'll be close. I still think it'll do $1 billion.
Me too. I think it's $1 billion.
Because my next line was, although I won't be surprised if it does $1 billion. So, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think $1 billion is a safe bet on this one.
Yeah, and honestly, like, the first one was awesome. I liked the first one a lot. I thought Larson, like, for all the hate that she received, has handled it incredibly well.
Yeah.
And I mean, fuck it, like, she's playing Captain Marvel and she kicked ass in it. She's kicked ass in every appearance she's ever been in with this role too. So
absolutely.
Fuck it, I can't wait. I want to see it. I think it's going to be great.
Yeah, I'm stoked for that one. A week later, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
It's unfortunate that it's coming a week later.
Yep.
But we got another reboot of a classic franchise.
Yep.
Can you sing the song?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Are we doing the whole thing? Okay.
We got to do the 4 lines.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
All at the same time. Heroes in a Half Shell.
Turtle Power.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Let's start that again.
All right. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Heroes in a Half Shell.
No.
You said 4 lines.
There's 3 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
That's what I thought, but you said 4 lines.
And then the 4th line is Heroes in a Half Shell.
Turtle Power.
You do 1, I do 1. You do the third one, and then
Okay.
together we do the last line.
Okay, let's
Are
do
you
it.
sure you
Okay.
can handle this?
Go.
Are you sure you can handle this?
I can handle it. I got it.
Okay. All right. I'll start then.
You do it.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Heroes in a half shell. Turtle power. I can't.
It's I'm gonna blame it on Zoom. My Zoom is
It's
delayed.
the Zoom audio.
Yeah,
You're
it's
right.
the Zoom audio.
Because
it's not me.
I can't hear you when I'm speaking. So that's
okay. All right.
That's it.
We will rehearse this, and next time we were in person, we will we'll perform.
No, it's dead in the water. Mainly because while I am I'm a fairly huge turtle fan, I will say. I'm a fairly huge turtle fan.
I would say you're a bigger turtle fan than me.
Yeah, because I've watched all the TV shows.
I love the turtles, but like you actually grew up on it. Like you had the toys, you had the cartoon.
I was a turtle kid. I watched most of the original cartoon. I watched a large chunk of the 2003 reboot cartoon, which was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of those ones where it's like, because it's like, I think it's 5 seasons of 26 episodes, and it's hard to find. I'm like, I don't know if I'll ever watch them all the way through. I watched like 3 or 4 seasons of the most recent, or the 2012 Nickelodeon reboot, and that was awesome.
Yep.
That was really good. I didn't see any of the most recent like Netflix one, just because it reminded me too much of the Ninja Turtles Michael Bay movies.
Yeah.
Which
I mean, they look the same as the Michael Bay movies. Yeah,
and like they literally, like, Raphael's the leader.
Yep.
Which, okay, fine, like whatever. Not that that makes any sense at all, but okay, it's like I said, it's a different version of the character. So for me, I was just like, I had no desire, especially because of the taste that was left in my mouth for Ninja Turtles.
Yep.
And Ninja Turtles 2, yeah, it's better than the first one, but that's like being the fucking smartest, not so smart person. No, I can't.
Smartest dumb person in the room.
I was gonna say it's like being the smartest retard. I mean, you're smart. You're still retarded.
You just gave everyone that speech like 10 minutes ago, and you dropped the
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being retarded. There are times where I am retarded. Like this entire conversation at this point in time would suggest I'm retarded. Long story short, those live action Ninja Turtle movies aren't that good at all.
No, I actually like the second more than the first.
I agree. Yes, the second one is a step up.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, the first one is so god awfully bad.
Yeah.
And, like, I mean, again, like, I understand it's different takes on these characters, but this is horrible. They're wrapping themselves in garbage.
As soon as they say Megan Fox is April,
goggles and glasses on top of his mask. Like, Michelangelo is a borderline sexual predator. Like, there's a lot of and I mean, like, they do nothing to make me believe that April O'Neil is actually a good reporter.
Mm-hmm.
They just tell you that she is, and you know what, Megan Fox, poor choice for April O'Neil.
As soon as they said it was Megan Fox, I was like, well, these guys have no idea what the Turtles are about.
Yeah. Well, not only that, like, I'm not saying like April O'Neil can't be like Megan Fox gorgeous or anything like that. I'm not saying that at all. But I mean, I don't want to talk about that. What I will say about this is it's Seth Rogen and what's his face, Goldberg, are so the same guys. Yeah. Same 2 guys that have done Preacher, same 2 guys that have done Invincible.
Yeah.
So they're fans. They're fans of the genre. Okay. Mm-hmm. And I mean, well, fuck, look at Invincible.
Yeah.
That's a pretty fucking great representation of a bonkers cartoon. Like, I want to see all of this. I want to see the entire story of Invincible in this animated show. And I hope they do it. I have nothing but how am I going to word it? I'm pumped about this. I'm absolutely pumped about this, but I do think it'll be pushed back.
Yeah, I think so too. There's absolutely nothing on it right now. It's opening right after the Marvels, and again, we were talking about this with Spider-Man Guardians. Like, it's different audiences, so it might not affect it at all. But I don't think it's going to be opening up in August.
No, I don't think so. Because, like I said, all we know is that it's a reboot of the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah,
it's going to be animated. It's apparently coming out on August 4th next year.
Yeah,
and Seth Rogen and his buddy Evan Goldberg.
Yeah,
are that's it. We don't know cast. We don't know story. We don't know anything.
No images or anything yet. Meanwhile, Spider-Man comes out 2 months earlier and it's already got a trailer. So
yeah, so there's no way this is getting pushed back. And good, take all the time you need. And even like while we're talking about Ninja Turtles, I mean, now we're talking about a niche within a niche.
Yes,
you know. So, and to go back to your Spider-Man comment, I agree. Like I feel like this will be, it'll do. I'm hoping I'm hoping it does good numbers. That's it.
Yeah,
I'm hoping it does good. If it's anything like TMNT from 2007, then I'm in for a good time because that was awesome.
That was an awesome movie.
The only thing I would say is that like the fact that they went with like supernatural monsters from the past didn't feel like Ninja Turtles. Like I watch this movie all the time. And every time I watch it, I still love it. I still think it's awesome. But it gets to a point where it's just not a Ninja Turtles movie anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's hard to come back from that.
Yeah.
It's real hard to come back from that. Because like I feel the climax of the movie is when Raphael is so overcome with rage that he's going to kill Leonardo. And that's how he beats Leonardo, because he's going to kill him.
Yeah.
And then he has to stop himself. And then he's so overcome with shame that he fucks off. And that's how, Leo gets taken.
Yeah.
Right. And that's the climax. That's awesome. Everything leading up to that is awesome. And yeah, the introduction of the bad guys is also awesome. But to get to that point and then quickly wrap up the end of the movie, it should have been a little bit longer, I guess. That would have been, I think,
I would have liked it to be a little longer.
A little bit longer. But other than that, like if it's anything like that, or if it's anything like that captures the general spirit, and not like a nostalgic cash grab like the TMT live action movies or the Ninja Turtles. They're actually just Ninja Turtles. That's right.
Yeah.
So the Michael Bay movies, and again, if you like them, great. Good for you. I'm happy for you. Okay. If you like that new cartoon, good. Those are just not for me, and that's fine. But this one, I'm hoping it's going to be good.
Yeah, me too. I think it'll be
definitely
good.
Push back.
I'm sure it'll be good.
Yeah.
And then the last comic movie that I wrote down for the year was August 18th, Blue Beetle.
Yep. Venom for kids.
Good way to put it. Good way to put it.
I mean, honestly, the concept of the character is very much the way they've depicted Venom in the movies.
Yeah.
Because he talks to the Scarab. They have an inner dialogue.
Yeah.
And even in Young Justice, which is where most of my experience with this character is, there are times where he's talking to the Scarab and people hear him talking, but not the Scarab. So they're just like, dude, like, what's the deal, right? And fuck, the suit looks awesome.
The suit looks amazing. The costume's amazing. And Warner's really got to be feeling great about it if it was made for HBO Max and they said, actually, we're going to take this to the theaters.
Which I'm very happy for.
Yeah.
This one is kind of tough because it's not exactly a well-known character.
No.
But this version of Blue Beetle is the most well-known. I will say that. It's the most well-known for younger kids.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate to sound like a fucking Warner Brothers executive, but it hits a lot of checks on the boxes, right? Because you've got kids, so you got that demographic there. Plus, it's superheroes.
Yep.
Plus, you know, he's is he Hispanic? Mexican? He's definitely, well, I'm not sure the exact, he's Mexican.
Yeah.
You know, so you've got that aspect too, right?
Yeah.
I do think that I hope this movie does well. That's, I guess,
I hope it does. I mean,
I need to.
I'm gonna have to see a trailer. I gotta wait for a trailer.
Yeah, I need to see more, because like in some cases they've done body horror with this character, which you could do because the scarab does take over the body and does an Iron Man type of thing, but it is a little bit. It's kind of like what the Guyver in that sense.
Oh yeah. Okay. Sweet.
Right.
Yep.
So you could go that route, but to be honest, I didn't think this character would work well with body horror. You know.
Yeah.
So I think if they kind of lean more into the Venom for Kids thing, I think this will be perfect. Unless this movie does like absolutely insane numbers, I do think it's going to be a one and done. Unless they continue having this character show up in other projects.
Okay.
To sort of maintain the relevancy. But it's hard to say. It's hard to say. I do. This is one of those ones where I hope it's just awesome. Like it's just so good, because this could be a nice bridge point for adult fans and younger fans to kind of watch the same movie, and then ideally that box office would be insane.
Yeah, yeah. I don't even know what to predict this right now. I have to see a trailer.
Yeah,
but
if I'm just going off this costume,
the costumes.
If I'm going off this costume, this is going to be good.
Yeah.
And the fact that they said we were going to just throw this on HBO Max, which is not necessarily a bad thing, because I mean, fucking Peacemaker was awesome.
Oh, Peacemaker's so good.
Like so good. That doesn't necessarily mean
watch that again.
I was thinking about it the other day. I was just like, you know what, I could probably just start. And then I was like, no. You have to finish a lot of these shows before you start rewatching some shit, Christopher. Okay. Like, for instance, I was going to rewatch, like, pick up season 2 of Daredevil where I left off, and I'm like, no. Watch other shows first. Daredevil's not going anywhere. You can watch that whenever.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So now we'll be going through the sci-fi movies for 2022 and 2023. Yep.
Sci-fi / action, pop culture related.
So like my first one right out of the gates was Nope, July 22nd, 2022. I won't see this in the theater because I don't typically see horror movies in the theater or movies like this in the theater, because even though the pedigree on this is amazing, and it looks awesome, it's just it's tough to get people to go to theater to see movies like this, right?
Yeah. I'm excited. I'm gonna watch it in the theater. It reminds me of Signs a little bit, so I'm kind of psyched to see it. Yeah.
I didn't get the Signs vibes, but I mentioned the Skinwalker's Ranch. Did you look into that?
No,
it's actually like one of the few paranormal activities, like places where paranormal activities have happened that like scientists are saying, like, we don't know what the fuck is going on. We can't explain it, but this shit is actually happening. And like, this is like a 10-year like study where like this family moved in to this ranch.
Yeah.
And they just saw like crazy, like, actually, you know what? When you get a chance, I mentioned Mr. Ballin, right?
Yep.
Mr. Ballin, Skinwalker's Ranch. You YouTube that. That'll tell you everything you need to know.
Talks about it. Yeah. Okay. I'll check that out.
Oh yeah. And the way he does it, like, have you watched any of his videos?
Just one. It was creepy.
This is just as creepy.
Yeah.
It's actually just as creepy. So maybe don't watch this before bed tonight.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
Yeah. But now I'm not saying that it is based on this, but there's a lot of similarities that I feel like it is. Needless to say, this looks awesome. So I might actually have to break my rule and see if this in the theater. It looks so good.
It looks really great.
But I do feel like this might be one of those where this will be a Jordan Peele movie where I go, yes, this is actually a horror flick, even though nothing in the trailer suggests that it's particularly scary. I do feel like this will be more of a horror flick because like Get Out was billed as a horror flick. I didn't think it was a horror flick at all.
No, it was like a thriller. Us
I looked at it.
Movie. Us was a horror movie.
Yeah. Us I haven't seen yet.
Yeah.
But that definitely looked more like a horror flick. Like even in the trailers, I was like,
Us is awesome.
This looks like it's going to be unnerving type of horror.
Oh yeah,
like Hereditary, where the whole time you're like just just unease just builds, and then finally you're just like, this is actually fucking scary when you think about it. Or like Halloween 1.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think this is going to do really well. His movies do really well. I think the only one that didn't do that well was Candyman, but I think that's just victim of circumstance.
Oh, yeah, he was only really the producer on that.
Right, he was a producer on it. Plus, Candyman isn't one of the most well-known franchises out there.
No.
In fact, I've seen 2 of them, the first 2, but isn't there like 5 of them?
It's quite a bit. I don't know if there's
Like
5, but there's quite a bit of direct-to-video ones.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, because like I know the first one went to theater.
Yeah, and I think the second one had a
pretty sure the second one went to theater as well.
Yeah.
But everyone after that was straight to video.
Yeah.
But he played the Candyman in all of them.
He did. He did.
So, but anyway, yeah. So I mean, I think it's going to do really well, and yeah, like I said, I might end up breaking my rule and seeing this in the theater.
Nice.
Did you have one before this one or after?
No, I didn't have one till September.
Oh, really? My next one is Prey, August 5th, 2022.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I missed that one because I wasn't looking at streaming movies.
Well, I wrote it down, and that's when I realized, oh, this is a streamer. Oh.
Yeah.
But having said that,
Prey looks fucking awesome. Incredible.
This looks
awesome. So incredible. He streamlined the Predator, so he's like smaller now and quicker.
But it's also like set back in the day. Like this is a prequel, so this is an entirely different Predator.
Yeah.
Like because we don't know exactly when this is set. We just know that it's during the Indians, I guess you could call it, before they were called Native Americans.
Yeah, I mean.
So we don't know exactly. We know this is like early 1800s based on just the fact that we're talking about Indians, but we still don't really know.
Oh yeah, it's all bow and arrows and traps in the ground. And
that one scene though, where he's got the arrow pulled up and then all of a sudden the 3 dots showed up, I was just like, oh my God.
Oh. Prey looks insane. I can't wait for it.
It looks so good. My only concern for this movie is that it does so well that they go, hey, why don't we do the same thing with the aliens? Put the aliens back in the past. That'll be cool. Because it won't be.
It won't be
at all.
Okay? No.
And I'll say this because I've now officially watched every single Aliens movie. Okay? There's not one that I've missed. And the ones that are terrible are the ones where they have alien on Earth in regular time. Because how do regular humans fight these fucking things when these futuristic miners and futuristic Marines, space Marines, are getting picked off one by one? Okay? Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. Okay? So don't do that to aliens at all. Don't put aliens back in the past. Don't do anything like that. And I guess, I mean, really, you could argue that we technically did see them in the past because we saw them at the beginning of their life, which was Prometheus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right. Mic drop, bitches.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, that's my only fear. My only fear is that they look at that and go, yeah, we could do this with everything. Yeah. Everything, you know? This, like this one here, this looks like a worthy addition to the Predator franchise. I haven't seen The Predator yet. And I will, because I have to.
You know what? Everyone hates the Predator. I enjoy the hell of it. It is so much fun, that movie.
Yeah, but I mean, is it better than Predators?
I'd say it's on equal ground.
Okay, 'cause Predators was good. I really enjoyed
They're
Predators.
very different. I mean, Predators is more
Yes.
horror sci-fi, and then this
Well,
is
that and it's also more rebootable.
the Predator has a lot of comedy in it, but not like stupid comedy.
That's
And
the bit that remains to be seen, Kenneth, because
yeah,
I haven't seen it yet.
well, it's Shane Black, so if you can get an idea of what kind of comedy it would have.
Yeah, okay, but like, what type of Shade Black? Are we talking like Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, or are we talking Iron Man 3? Because there's a difference.
Yeah, probably closer to Iron Man 3.
Well, like I said, I still got to watch the movie.
Yeah.
It looked good. It got shit on horribly, but it did look good.
It really did.
So
I don't know.
okay, so the next one I have is also in August.
Mm-hmm.
Samaritan. Sylvester Stallone plays someone who may or may not be a superhero, and this kid thinks he's a superhero, and then of course finds out that he is. The reason why I thought like I put this one on is because it actually, when I saw that premise, I was like, oh fuck, this is like Apt Pupil meets superheroes. You remember Apt Pupil?
Very interesting. Yeah, I remember Apt Pupil.
Apt Pupil is fucked.
Oh yeah.
Now, I read the book first, so I've never watched the movie. Okay, I've never watched the movie, but I want to just because it's like Ian McKellen and Brad Renfro.
Yeah.
Plus, the book is insane. But just that premise of thinking that you found an SS office, like a Nazi officer in hiding, turns out he is. And instead of turning him in, you just fucking you learn from him. It's bonkers. Now, I don't think it's gonna be anything like that, but it was just one of those where I made that connection. I was like, okay, all right, I'm intrigued by it. I don't know that I'll see it in the theater just yet, but depending on how the trailer looks.
Yeah, that's another one of those. I got to see a trailer first. Though it's crazy, it comes out in August and there's still nothing for it.
Yeah, my gut tells me it'll be pushed.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, we're in September. What do you got?
Clerks 3.
Oh yeah. So because I did Sci-Fi, I didn't catch that, but yeah, I heard about Clerks 3 not too long ago.
Did you see the trailer?
No, I did not.
It came out today. It's fucking awesome.
Okay, so I said that. I said I didn't see it because you said, "Hey, did you see it today?" And I said, "No." You said it came out today.
Well, it came out today.
Yeah, no, I understand that it came out today.
Listen, Chris.
You didn't have to.
Today, man.
You could have just left it at, okay, you should watch it. And then shut your mouth.
You should. You should watch it. Today.
I will. I will watch it today. Because if my understanding is correctly, the trailer came out today.
Today would be the day that it came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Clerks 3, I'll tell you right now, if Clerks 2 wasn't so fucking awesome, I would have said, yeah, don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Because I can't remember now. I think I was actually like when Clerks 2 came out, I think I was okay with it.
I was okay with Clerks 2.
I think I had no issues with it. So now that I think about, but then again, it's one of my favorite movies. I actually like Clerks 2 more than Clerks 1.
Me too.
You know?
Me too. And it's crazy that there's more time in between Clerks 2 and 3 than there was between Clerks 1 and 2.
It is crazy. It's absolutely
13
crazy.
years between those two, and now it's 16 years since Clerks 2.
Guess who's fucking old as shit? Yeah, because like that's 29 years. We were 11.
Yes.
Well, 10. Turning 11. Regardless, yeah, I can't. I remember like the premise is just picking up with these guys later in life.
No, the premise is based off of Kevin Smith's heart attack.
Oh,
yeah.
Interesting.
Randall has a heart attack and decides to start actually living his life.
But he was living his life. They got the store.
He wants to make a movie instead of watching movies. It looks great. Trust me.
No, you don't have to say trust me, okay? Because
it came out today.
Clerks 2. Okay.
Clerks 2, man.
Clerks 2 created the concept of taking back ethnic slurs. And we've referenced Porch Monkey a couple of times on this Camcast. But fuck, like I came across on YouTube, came up on my feed, the fucking scene where he rips apart Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
And he's like, the only way that movie would have made any better, been any better was if fucking Frodo would just bricked all over Samwise's face, and then his coworker pukes. Is it Elias? Is that his name?
Yeah, Elias. Yeah.
It's just, and then of course the best is he's like, oh yeah, check this out. First movie, and we're walking, and you're like, yeah, it's actually like, stop skewering these movies because you're very correct. There's a lot of walking. But fuck yeah, so I'm in. In. I think it's gonna be incredible.
Me too. Totally in.
Knowing that it's actually going to be centered around the heart attack and wanting to make movies instead of watching them, I'm in. Like, fuck, man. Anytime you get Dante and Randall together, it's going to be great.
Perfection.
It's going to be great. And then, of course, you're going to see Silent Bob and Jay, which is weird that I said it backwards. So stupid. But anyway, the fucking View Askew guys, I'm in.
Yeah.
Fuck, sign me up. So what else you got into September?
I got nothing till December now.
Okay, so I've got Distant. Which, yeah, so an astronaut, it's actually going to be a theme. There's a couple of astronaut movies. So the astronaut marooned on a planet. He's the only other person on this planet is a woman who he came across in like just a radio communication, right?
Okay.
So now he's got to find her while finding sources of oxygen, and at the same time hiding from these the things on this planet, whatever lives on this planet. So he's got to try to get to her, and then of course try to figure out a way off this planet. Sounds like it's to be a really cool video game.
It sounds like a video game.
Like that was literally my thought process. Like, this sounds like a fucking crazy cool video game.
I would play the hell out of that.
So yeah, I haven't seen a trailer. I tried even today. I tried looking for this trailer.
Yeah.
Couldn't find anything. The premise alone sounds great, but I will need to see a trailer. Otherwise, there was no big name actors to this, so it might even have been a foreign film. So this will do whatever. I couldn't predict what it'll do.
Okay.
Probably won't do much in stateside or anything like that, but who knows? The premise sounds cool enough. I mean, it might be great.
It's a really cool premise.
A number of foreign flicks, some of them, like most of them time travel foreign flicks, and it's very interesting. And we talked about this, and that's one of the reasons why we wanted to do something different for our Halloween episodes, doing foreign versions of classic movies. Not classic movies, they're just like, foreign takes on vampires.
Yeah.
We're used to it being like fucking either set in the city, but still being Euro trash vampires.
Yeah.
So then when you come across like Iranian versions of these of an Iranian take, a female Iranian take on vampires, and you're just like, what? Okay.
And
all right.
Masterful.
So yeah. Which, spoilers, guys, we're gonna do foreign vampire movies for Halloween.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking forward to that.
4 will be serious. 1 will be seriously hilarious. The 5th one, unless it's not your cup of tea, fucking so funny.
So funny.
Okay, I got another one in. Oh, another one in September. This one's called Don't Worry, Darling. It's got Ryan Stiles and Florence Pugh.
Oh, you got me. Anything with Florence, I am watching.
Updated for it. It sounds like it's updated Stepford Wives.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, but from her perspective.
Oh,
yeah. So instead of it, now I'm not like even in the write up on this, they said like it's not Stepford Wives, but it's kind of got that same similar vibe. This is a young married couple. They moved to this city, like it's set in the 1950s, and they moved to this city and like small town. And they're immediately like brought in and accepted, but she starts to see something is weird about this place.
Okay.
So like it almost feels like it's kind of like Stepford Wives, but gender swapped in the sense like kind of like Invisible Man.
Oh, nice.
Where like this perspective was from her character and not the Invisible Man, right?
Right.
Speaking of which, Invisible Man was awesome.
Oh, a freaking deadly movie.
Oh, it's so good. So good. Okay, and then because I've been talking for almost 20 minutes now, you can take care of December because
December 16th is Avatar: The Way of Water.
There's still time for this movie to get bumped.
No, it's happening. This is happening now. This is coming.
If it gets bumped, then I don't have to eat a ketchup sandwich.
It's coming. But James Cameron has officially said that he has written Avatar up to Avatar 5. He's going to direct number 3, and then he thinks he's going to pass the series off to another director because he wants to start doing more stuff. I was like, no shit, man. He just spent fucking 20 years making Avatar movies. I thought the trailer looked great. I personally enjoy Avatar. It was a monster at its time, but I have no idea how the sequel will play out 13 years later.
Aside from the fact that I have to, quote, eat a ketchup fucking sandwich, this is legit. I almost had to eat one on New Mutants, but Kenneth was kind enough to correct me and state that it was for the Gambit movie.
Yes.
There's no way out of this one. I previously said we'd never see this. And then when it got announced for December 16th, 2022, I said, if this doesn't get bumped, I will eat a ketchup sandwich. Yes, there's still time for this to get bumped.
Yep.
Not a lot of time. Anything could happen, but the odds are very, very good that I'll be eating a ketchup sandwich. The other part about this is I have no reason to think that this is going to be anything other than great. I can't tell you a James Cameron movie that I have seen that I didn't like.
Me neither.
Okay. Now, to echo your sentiments, do I think this will do just as huge a box office as the previous one did? That's a tough call.
It's a really tough call because I never would have guessed the first would have made the money it did.
No, I wouldn't have either.
But 3D was at this huge high during that time, and now.
But not only that, it was the level of 3D. Like he created that whole the way they did 3D in that movie.
Yeah.
He created for that movie.
Yeah.
This wasn't like simulated 3D or secondary 3D. The entire fucking movie was shot in high def 3D.
Yeah.
So he pioneered it. And okay, so for me personally, the story, while I think Avatar is awesome, it's great. It's a really cool updated version of Fern Gully, The Last Rainforest, which I'll never stop saying.
Yeah.
I'll never stop saying it. And for the people that haven't seen Fern Gully, watch it. And then you'll go, yeah.
No, I watched Fern Gully again because I hadn't seen it since I was a kid. But I watched it again after Avatar. I was like, oh, yep.
Yeah, wasn't Robin Williams the Bat in that movie?
He was. I believe he was. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's right.
Anyway, but
so if this opens as a behemoth like the first one, you could pretty much count Shazam and KRAVEN and maybe even Ant-Man to make less money than they would have.
I do think, well, because the last one did what? Something stupid like 4, 5, 6 billion.
Yeah, well, 2.8 billion.
Yeah, 2.8.
Yeah.
And then No Way Home was 2.6, right?
7.
2.6.
I think Avatar is only ahead of. Oh, No Way Home. No, No Way Home is less. I was thinking about
No Way Home is less.
Endgame is closer to Avatar.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
In fact, wasn't it Endgame beat it? And then they re-released Avatar.
And then it went ahead again. Yep.
And then it bumped them back up, and they're like, "Yeah, we're good. We don't need to."
Yeah, we're done.
Yeah. So, I think this is going to do $1 billion.
Oh, it's easy. It's easily $1 billion.
I don't.
This is going to be huge with foreign markets.
It's not. I don't think it's going to go $2 billion. Okay.
Yeah.
But having said that, I've only watched one trailer. I haven't seen the movie, so who knows?
Yeah.
But I do think this. No matter how you cut it, this is going to steal from the box office of all three of those movies you talked about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hands
There's
down.
no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, name a James Cameron movie. I'll tell you if I've seen it, and I guarantee you I'll tell you that I liked it.
Yeah.
Or that I thought it was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
One of the two. Like Titanic. I can tell you right now, I've officially seen it all the way through. Visually, it's a masterpiece.
Oh yeah.
Story-wise, it's an all right movie. It's okay
right.
story-wise, but the whole point of the movie is that last hour of death and destruction.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like it's check and check. I can't because I think when I say it is essentially like an updated version of Fern Gully, I don't want people to think like I'm knocking the movie. Okay. Yeah. It's just the plot is almost identical.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's still a fucking crazy cool. Michelle and I watched it actually not too long ago, and I hadn't seen it in so long that I was like, oh right, I actually forgot how much I liked this movie.
Yeah.
It's just fucking good. Right cool. The only thing is one of those in retrospect things is Sam Worthington's character.
Mm-hmm.
Once he starts to fall in love with the Saldana's character.
Yeah.
He doesn't fucking tell anybody, hey, look, they're gonna fucking kill you.
Yeah.
I'm a spy. Okay, first of all, I'm a human. Mm-hmm. And I'm different. Well, that's why I'm different. And the whole purpose is they're gonna fucking wipe you out. He doesn't say any of that shit. Yeah, he helps him. I'm not gonna take anything away from him, but it's like, dude,
come on, man.
Could have helped him a lot more by giving the fucking heads up. Okay, but other than that, it's a great movie, and I guess really my only hope is it's worth it. It's worth all this extra effort that he's put. He's devoted
13 years.
Large chunk of his life just to get this one movie off the ground.
Yeah. Well, that's he's worked his ass off on all this new technology for this, but yeah. Since Avatar, he hasn't done anything besides write and produce Alita.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
Which is a shame that we don't have any of that sequel showing up in this.
I know. God damn it. Oh. Okay. So yeah. I got nothing else till March now. What do you got?
I got nothing else until April. So you go.
Oh, okay. So March 3rd is a new Dungeons and Dragons movie with Chris Pine.
Yeah, you know what? I almost put that in, and then I was like, nah, you know what? I'm not going to. But
I just did because it's pop culture. So that's
you know what?
It can't be worse than the original.
It can't be, but it might be.
It might be.
Or it can't be worse than World of Warcraft.
No.
Let's be fair. It could be. It could be worse than both those movies.
Yeah.
For a guy that's not really into Dungeons and Dragons at all, considering the RPGs that I've played throughout my life, it's interesting that I ever got into that. But for me, I just look at it like I hope the people that are fans of this movie like this movie,
Are happy with it.
you know, and I hope that it does enough that they can get more of those movies like that because fuck, man, like that just means more people going to the theater. So keep it coming. You know, it's more people like enjoying stuff, and even like people that maybe have never seen Dungeons and Dragons, but it speaks to them, and now you've got a new fan. So I hope it does well.
Me too.
I don't think it will.
I don't think
at all.
Well, I mean, it's another one of those you gotta wait for the trailer type deals.
Even then, I don't. I personally, I don't think that it will. But hey, I've been wrong before.
I'm honestly surprised it's not going to streaming. It just seems like it would be a streaming movie.
Yeah, I agree. But you know, like I said, and even still, the fact that they're still kind of putting it to the theater.
Yeah.
Let's hope it does good. Let's hope it does good. Okay.
Okay.
What else you got?
March 24th.
Okay, go.
You didn't write this one down? Wow.
Maybe.
John Wick Chapter 4.
Yeah. Okay. So the reason why I didn't, and I mentioned this, was I stuck to Sci-Fi.
Yeah.
So I didn't put in John Wick 4. I didn't put in Mission Impossible. I didn't do Fast 10. You know what I mean?
Well, I didn't do Fast 10 either.
Well, that's pop culture. So you broke your own rule, you little bastard.
I did. Actually, I did John Wick because we've followed John Wick with our Camcast. It's fitting.
Yeah. I can't wait. I honestly can't wait. Like next year is going to be awesome for movies, but like to see John Wick 4 and see how, because like there's supposed to be a John Wick 5, but he's already saying like there's no way that this movie ends well for John.
Yeah.
So it's like, is this the actual last of the franchise and they're not doing a fifth?
Maybe. Or maybe.
Because they did say they were doing 4 and 5.
What if he's a ghost in number 5?
Okay. All right. I watched Ghost Dad, so you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was terrible.
Keanu against Bill Cosby in the afterlife. I'm down.
Even if it's just Keanu, he still wins. But anyway, John Wick 4, I'm absolutely pumped for. Absolutely fucking pumped for.
Oh.
Even though the third one, I thought story-wise, for me, was the weakest out of all 3. And the entire time they're in Marrakesh, like the fight scenes are fucking awesome. But the entire time they're in the desert, lost a bit for me because the color palette was so bland.
Right.
You know, and we're coming off 2 movies of just like neon and darks and brights and all this shit. You know, and hell, even at the beginning of the movie, you know, they have the awesome fight scene in the rain with the horses and the motorcycles, or even before that, where there's the fucking knife throwing and all that other like, right at the beginning, like, oh. So, like, the fight scenes are on par with all 3 of the movies.
Yeah.
You know, enough. But for me, the story in the third was the weakest of the 3, even though it's still fucking awesome. Like, it's like, okay, you're the weakest of the 3, but you're still fucking amazing. And the movie like spawned another franchise with Atomic Blonde.
Yeah.
Which, not that I would say that it's literally just female John Wick, but I don't know that movie would have been made if John Wick wasn't such a huge hit.
I don't think so.
Or at least not in that style.
A lot of movies probably would have been made sense if it wasn't for John Wick.
You know, and like we talked about it too, like the long shot style of John Wick and moving away from the jump cuts that came off of the Bourne franchise and the Pretenders.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck, like, yeah, give me more of that. So yeah, John Wick 4, I'm in.
Oh,
I'm fucking in.
Totally.
I am in opening night too.
Me too.
Whew.
Me too.
Okay, I've got one for April.
Okay,
my date is April 14th.
Okay, so I got that one too, but the week before that, and I just want to touch on this quickly, is Illumination Super Mario movie. And do you think it will be good with Chris Pratt as Mario?
It's that one I have to see the trailer. Like, I have to hear his Mario voice. Okay? Like, I know that everyone hates Chris Pratt. Okay, whatever.
I don't hate Chris Pratt. I just like, that's weird casting for Mario. I don't know.
my first thought was that's weird casting. Like, I know
Yeah.
some people are going like, oh, why didn't you get an Italian guy? And you're just like, nobody said that.
People like, why didn't you hire a plumber?
Yeah. Why? Like, nobody said that to Bob Hoskins.
Yeah.
Who's the furthest thing from Italian.
And he was a good Mario.
Yeah.
Yeah. For early 90s, I thought he was a good Mario.
I love Bob Hoskins. I really do. Okay. And when we watched it as a kid, I remember liking it as a kid. The one time we watched it. When I was older and watched it, I was like, oh God. Oh.
It gets worse. Double Dragon.
Oh. Yeah. Not even Robert Patrick could save that pile of shit.
No, fuck no.
Not that he tried, but that's not what he was there for.
No, that's so bad, that movie. Holy shit, that's a bad movie.
So yeah, without a trailer, without hearing his voice, it's hard to say. But that wouldn't have been my cast. I wouldn't have picked him.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm intrigued by it. I'm just happy.
I mean, for fuck's sakes, all you need to do is get a voice actor that sounds like Mario in the video games. Like, it's...
Or literally just hire the voice actor from Mario in the video games.
No, that's what I mean. Like, if he's still alive, hire him. I understand you want to stack the cast with celebrities, but just because you're a celebrity doesn't mean you're also going to be a good voice actor.
Yeah.
You know? But anyway, yeah, without seeing anything, I don't know that that's going to do anything.
Yeah, it's a hard call. It's a hard call.
I almost feel like just stream it instead of sending it out into the theaters to die.
Yeah.
Because like the other part that I have to say about Mario, and like I'm a fairly huge Mario fan. I played almost all the games.
Mm-hmm.
And as a character, like he's one of the most recognizable video game characters of all time. I just don't know that too many people were asking for a movie.
No.
But then again, I would argue, like immediately arguing, but I don't know how many people were saying we need a Sonic movie, and yet now we have two.
And they did great. Yeah.
You know, and they looked like they were a lot of fun movies. So, I mean, obviously, they probably sat there and said, oh, Sonic, well, why wouldn't a Mario movie do well? But again, I have to see how they're going to do it. Are they going to do it where Mario is in our world?
It's all I mean, I don't think there's any real people in it. I think it's all animated.
Okay. As long as it's set in the Mushroom Kingdom, then it should be okay.
It's the team that made the Despicable Me movies. So I think it'll be pretty good.
Okay, it'll be a solid movie, just whether or not it does well is a tough call.
Okay, so on to the 14th. I know what you're going to talk about, so you can hit it up.
Okay, are you sure?
Positive.
What am I going to talk about?
Renfield.
Nope.
What?
Nope. I wrote down 65.
65.
65, a movie starring Adam Driver. And it's written by the scriptwriters of A Quiet Place.
Oh, wow. Okay, that sounds good.
He's a stranded astronaut, and he's trying to find life on this planet.
Ah.
No trailer or anything. All I know is it's Adam Driver, who's awesome.
Adam Driver's great. And
it's written by the guys that wrote, or the people that wrote A Quiet Place, which has the potential for awesomeness right there.
Yep.
And it's on an alien planet. So yeah, I should have went with Renfield. I didn't even.
Renfield. Nick Cage is Dracula.
It's going to be great.
It's going to be so good.
It's just, it's tough though, because now I got to see a trailer, but it'll be interesting to see how it's done. Because if they're going to do it the way Nick Cage is doing movies now, where it's bonkers because he's bonkers, so everything's bonkers, I might not like this movie. Unless they're trying to do like a remake of Dracula Dead and loving it. But from Renfield's perspective, then maybe. Because I guess what I'm trying to say is like not every movie has to be bonkers Nicolas Cage. You know, like yes, he's made his career back. Like he brought his career back just by doing everything.
Yeah.
and being bonkers and insane. But some of his best movies is where he's not being bonkers and insane.
His new film's really good. Check it out.
You tell me that all the time.
The Unbearable Weight of Massive Success.
Yeah, where he plays Nick Cage.
Yeah.
Of course it's going to be good.
So good.
But all jokes, but that's what I mean. Like, he's just doing bonkers movies, then it just becomes like, okay, so this is just a bonkers movie where he's Dracula now. He's Nick Cage playing Nick Cage if he was a vampire.
Yeah.
I'll have to see a trailer, but chances are it'll probably be good.
It's very hilarious that Nick Cage dressed like Dracula just looks like Marilyn Manson. Like current fat Marilyn Manson.
It's kind of funny.
Is
it a comedy?
Yeah, it's a comedy.
Okay, well, you know what? It'll probably be fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got June 9th.
June 9th. I don't have June 9th, but I have April 21st.
Okay, go.
The Last Train to New York, the American remake of Train to Busan.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who's in it?
Nobody really.
Okay.
It's directed by I can't even say his name, but he's like a director from Thailand. He's done like a bunch of horror movies. So it's funny that they hired someone from Thailand to direct the American remake of a Korean film.
Yeah. You know what? That one is one of those. I'll have to see the trailer for it.
I have to see the trailer, but I mean, Train to Busan's perfect to me. So it'll be, yeah.
It's tough. Like, I almost don't want to watch it because I'll spend the whole time doing. I fear I'll spend most time going. Like, I fear it's going to be like American Old Boy, where you're just like,
oh, American.
Everything in this movie was done better in the first one.
Yeah.
There's not one, like, honestly, there's not one thing in American Old Boy that they did better than the original.
American Old Boy is garbage compared to the original.
American Old Boy is such a shit movie that I don't know. I couldn't tell you that even if I wasn't watching it because of the original Old Boy, that I'd like it.
Mm-hmm.
Because like Josh Brolin is good in the movie.
Yeah.
But Sam Jackson's character, Sam Jackson, like we're buddies. Samuel L. Jackson, like he's going through, he was in that like just wacky actor stage where every role he was playing was wacky.
Yeah.
Where like he was wacky in this one. He played essentially the same character in The Spirit. He played essentially the same character in fucking The Kingsman.
Oh yeah, yep.
You know what I mean? Like, so it was just like boom, boom, boom. And so even like if I had no frame of reference, I would still get to that part, like any of his scenes, and go, so like, am I supposed to take this movie seriously or what? Whereas the original one, like, yeah, there's no misunderstandings. Like, it's a grossly fucked up, weird action movie.
Yeah.
Like, oh fuck. So yeah, like it'll be tough. It'll be tough for me not to sit there and like I said, I hope that I don't do that, but I probably will.
I feel like I'll do it. But maybe we'll luck out and it'll be like, let the right one in and let me in, where they're both really good films.
Which like I said, I still haven't seen the American version yet.
Yeah.
But regardless.
So that's all I got for April.
I don't know. I'll have to see trailers for it, but I don't know that I'll see it just because. Or if I do see it, it'll be like, because I'm still like fresh with Train to Busan.
Yeah.
Although it should be pronounced Train to Busan, but regardless. But like it's still so fresh that it's like I'd have to wait a couple years anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And also then not watch Train to Busan again in the meantime. But yeah, so June 9th, I've got Transformer Rise of the Beasts.
Oh yeah, the new Transformers.
Now, I haven't watched a Transformers movie since the third, but I mean, I might check this one out. I still haven't checked out Bumblebee, and I know that you've sung its praises, and it looked good. It looked good, even though continuity-wise, it doesn't make any sense. But
no, that's why I was kind of hoping it was a reboot, but this makes me lead. It's not.
well, no, well, because this would be what Transformers 6, I guess.
7.
Oh, really?
Number 5 is a pile of garbage. Is hands down the worst in the series.
Which one's number 5?
Number 4 was actually pretty decent.
4 was with the that's Wahlberg. The reboot.
Yeah, 4 had Wahlberg, 5 had Wahlberg, and then they went to Bumblebee.
Right. Okay. No. Yeah. So this would be. So there'd be the 6 of the main Transformer franchise, but the 7th movie overall.
Yeah.
Okay. Isn't the 5th one where they reference like fucking King Arthur and Merlin?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I didn't even. I caught that part and I was like, I'm not even watching this. There's no fucking way.
It is so fucking bad.
And the 3rd one. Hey, I know people are outside having a life. I know. How dare they? Thanks for bringing it to my attention that people are in the area. The 3rd one was so bad that I didn't even want to watch the 4th. So the 3rd one was so bad that even though, like, I know the 4th one is like kind of a reboot because
yeah.
They reference, they're not like reintroducing the Transformers. They're just different people that they're dealing with.
Yeah.
So I get that. I just and I like Mark Wahlberg, but I was like, I don't really.
Yeah.
I can clearly see it's not for me. So whatever. This one is
the first film in Bumblebee. That's all I want to watch. I'm.
Yeah, because the second one was also that's when it started to go downhill pretty quickly.
When you see a Transformer with dangling like ball sacks underneath it,
and then the thought process was we need to have a Transformer with balls because balls are funny. Yeah. You're like, yeah, balls can be funny, but this doesn't make any fucking sense.
And those 2 stereotypical black man cars. Those 2
guys. That's right. I forgot about that. I always like harp on the fact that it took like 2.5 hours for him to tell Megan Fox that he loves her. Like he had to die and come back to life to tell her that he loves her. Yeah. And the whole time I'm sitting there going like, look, I don't know if you've seen yourself in the mirror. Okay. You're not ugly by any means.
Mm-hmm.
Your girlfriend looks a lot like Megan Fox. I don't know about you, but it wouldn't take me like in movie time, I guess, however long it was between the 2 movies. So let's say like 2 years plus a couple of weeks for him to finally tell. If you haven't told her you loved her by now, buddy, you should walk away and let her scoop up someone else. And then lo and behold, you watch the 3rd movie and you go, oh, so I guess it didn't work out anyway.
It's a different girl.
Like you realize, now like she just pissed off Michael Bay and he was just like, all right, you're out.
You're fired.
You'll never work in this town again unless I reboot another 80s franchise.
And bring you back for it. Yeah. Man.
I actually would have had more respect for her if he wanted her for that movie and she was like, no, you fucking creepy weirdo. My audition for Transformers was I washed your car. You fucking creep. But I do think it's kind of gross that she called him out on his fucking creepy behavior.
Yeah.
He said, okay, fuck you. And then she had to grovel back to get a job with him.
Yeah. Oh,
like, that's gross. That's gross.
horrible.
But anyway, so I think Transformers Rise of the Beast, like I haven't seen a trailer. If the trailer looks awesome, I might watch this movie, but chances are I won't.
A live action Beast Wars does sound pretty cool.
that's kind of where I'm at, because I was a big fan of the Beast Wars, that fucking
Yeah.
Canadian CGI cartoon back in the day
Yeah.
with fucking oh my god. It was Optimus Primal,
Yep.
Dinobot. What the fuck? Raptor something? Spinock. No, Rhinoc. That's right. The rhinoceros was Rhinoc. Holy shit. There was a white tiger in there as well. Needless to say, I was a huge fan of the show. So I don't know. I might, but at the same time, I probably won't, because, well, like I said, I had no desire to see the fourth. And then when I heard the fifth was referencing Merlin and totally undoing the continuity that they established in the first movie. So now they go back and no, what we meant was we've been on Earth the entire time. Why do you think we have Dinobots? And then you have no choice but to be like, fuck off, guys. Anyway, so I don't have anything else until November.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay, July 14th, I wrote down Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1.
Yeah, which fuck. If I don't see this movie at least 4 times in the theater, it's not good. Because what I saw, actually no, I only saw Fallout once in the theater, and I should have seen it another time in the theater.
Yeah, I got to see Fallout twice.
I should have saw it one more time in the theater, because oh fuck, I should have scratched that itch one more time, because that is awesome. That's still like one of my favorite movies, period. Not just like Mission Impossible.
I couldn't get over it.
Tom Cruise. It's like one of my favorite movies of all time. It's so fucking great.
Like it topped Infinity War for me that year,
which is insane.
And I was psyched for Infinity War.
We couldn't talk more about Infinity War.
Yeah.
Like, we were both pumped about Mission Impossible Fallout. There's no way we weren't, because we were both huge fans of Rogue Nation, the surprise hit Rogue Nation. Okay, the one that was better than fucking Jason Bourne and Spectre. Okay.
Yep.
It shouldn't have been better than both of those movies, but it was. Okay. So Fallout, going into that, we were like super pumped, and then that trailer, Jesus fuck.
Oh man, that is an action spectacle like no other.
Fucking loads his Cox's arms. You're like, Jesus fuck, man. The movie that like,
a Dead Reckoning, I think, is going to make $1 billion. I honestly think it will. I mean, Fallout was bigger than Rogue Nation. Rogue Nation was bigger. So if it follows that trend and then comes off of Tom Cruise's success with Top Gun, I think this is going to make another $1 billion.
I have to agree. Now, if it doesn't do $1 billion, it's going to be close.
Yeah.
Because like you said, like all the last like batch of his Mission Impossible movies have gotten better and better. And Fallout, I think, was what, 7?
I think around 7 probably sounds about right. Mission.
I want to say like around 753, somewhere around there.
791.
Okay, all right. So I mean, at the very least, it does 900 million.
The very
least, it does 900 million. But chances are, it's going to do $1 billion. I agree. I think it's going to do $1 billion.
Yep, I'm pumped for that.
Well, I mean, like I said, we saw that one teaser trailer, but the actual full trailer that they showed in Maverick, whoa. So I can't wait. The only thing I don't like is that it's called Dead Reckoning Part 1. It should just be Dead Reckoning and then some other tagline for the second one.
Yeah. A live reckoning.
What's next, buddy?
This is the last one I got, July 21st. I wrote this one down just for you. Barbie.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait. They got like fucking 60-year-old Ryan Gosling to play Ken. Physically, don't get me wrong. Like, from here down, might as well be Ken.
He looks great.
But from here up, it's Ryan Gosling. But
The guy's
Could
older
have
than
gotten a
us.
younger guy, like someone a
playing
little bit
Ken.
closer to Margot Robbie's age. Not that he's like an old fart. Like I said, he was 60. He's not. He's like mid 40s.
Yeah. Nah, maybe even like early 40s.
Maybe if that. Maybe early, like late 30s, early 40s.
But
Regardless.
Margot's in her 20s. I mean,
yeah. And
Yeah.
also, you couldn't get a guy that looked a lot like closer to Ken.
to Ken. Yeah.
Because to Ken, not to you, to Ken.
Yeah. I mean,
But
to
like
me,
even Michelle was like, Ryan Gosling? I would not have cast him for that. I was like, yeah, okay.
Mhm. Mhm.
Anyway,
so that's all I got.
that one is gonna do whatever it does.
I'm honestly surprised a movie like that is getting made in this day and age.
The only thing that I can say is the same thing I've said for the other movies that are not for me. I hope it does well enough that it continues making movies for the people that want to watch them. It's that simple.
I'm excited that's going to bring back fluorescent parachute pants.
So anyway,
No.
November 17th, 2023.
Okay.
Dune 2.
Oh, Dune 2.
It might get pushed. Okay, guys? It might. But
yeah.
I can't fucking wait. Oh, I can't fucking wait.
Oh, I watched number 1 again like a month ago, and
that was another one that I should have seen in the theater one more time.
I wish I would have seen it one more time too.
I should have saw it one more time.
And I said that to you after we watched it the first time. I said I felt like that was an experience. Like I want to see that again. Like that.
Well, that's what I was going to say. And like it stayed with me.
Yeah.
For a while
I was thinking about that movie for days.
Oh my god. So yeah, I can't wait. I can't fucking wait. I want to see this movie so bad.
Yeah.
First one was so fucking good. So fucking good.
And I can't believe they're making a third now too. Like it's a trilogy. It's crazy.
Give me more.
Give me more.
Give me more. That's it.
Take. Mm-hmm.
I will watch. Okay. I don't give a fuck. I'll watch it.
Yeah.
This one, the next two are interesting. But actually, there's 3, but 2 of them in particular, I don't know for sure that this will happen. Okay.
Okay.
So December 20th, 2023 is apparently Ghostbusters Afterlife 2.
I mean, it's coming, but I don't think it'll come that soon.
And that's where I'm at. However, I can't wait.
Oh, I'm so excited for it.
I am over the moon that we got a sequel for that movie. Because even though it did really well, it didn't necessarily mean that they would do a sequel for that movie.
Yeah.
Okay. But I'm just, I'm so like fucking happy and grateful and thankful that they sat there and said, yes, we should do at least one other movie for this.
Yep.
I hope.
I'm pumped. I'm pumped that Afterlife was a success.
Yeah.
They set it up. They set it up for a sequel, but also you were happy with the ending if there was no sequel after it.
Yeah, exactly. Like if that would have been the only time that we would have seen these characters.
Yeah.
They ended it perfectly.
They did.
So but yeah, I can't wait.
Zedmore funding a new Ghostbusters. Like I love it.
Even just leaving that as a premise for something years down the road, like to pick up on.
Yeah.
You know, it's fucking great. But now we've got 2 apparently coming out on this one. Yes.
So looking up at the sky.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, dude. Oh.
I know. Oh, that's a nice burp, eh?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So this one apparently is Star Wars Rogue Squadron and also Star Trek 4.
Yeah.
So I literally wrote, who knows? I don't know. Star Trek 4?
Rogue Squadron.
Sure.
I thought Rogue Squadron was going to be a Disney Plus thing. But
it might be.
Star Trek 4, I don't know. I'll believe it when I see it. They've been talking about it for so long now.
Yeah, that's where I'm at too. Would I love to have a Star Trek 4 or another movie with these characters?
Absolutely.
100%. However, I've said this before on our Camcast. Star Trek's a tough one. Star Trek right now is at its peak.
Mm-hmm.
It's at its peak right now. We've got we've got Star Trek, Discovery, Strange New Worlds,
Yep.
Picard.
Yep.
We've got Lower Decks, which is an animated show.
Yep.
And then we've got the Orville, which is Star Trek.
Yeah, very much.
Not, but it is.
Yeah.
Which I'm super pumped that it came back. Like, and I hope they get a 4th season. Even though I haven't watched any of their 3rd season. But and I actually, now that I think about it, I don't know that I finished the 2nd yet.
Well, then there's a good thing a 4th is coming.
Yeah, but hopefully a 5th. But anyway, part of me does feel like we've waited too long for this movie with these characters, with these version of these characters.
Yeah,
you know, I know like the easy answer is to just recast or whatever.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think we ultimately do that, but like, I don't know that we do a reboot per se with the Kirk crew. You know, like maybe start looking at, maybe look at Next Generation.
Or start making films with the Discovery cast.
Or make films of the Discovery cast, which was probably, I feel that like, yeah. I've never thought of it, but now that you mentioned, I think that's the logical extension.
I mean, that's what they used to do, was use the TV cast, so why not?
Yeah, look at the ones that are making the most money, like the best numbers, ratings wise, and I think Discovery is probably the one that's doing it.
Yep.
But also, I think if you're going to do it too, you have to. I personally think you have to look at it like say what you will about J.J. Abrams, because a lot of people that shit on the J.J. Abrams, like the first one, the Star Trek, the reboot, was that it was a military movie.
Yeah.
With Star Trek. So it didn't feel like a Star Trek movie. And I agree, it doesn't necessarily feel a Star Trek movie, but I don't think it's not a Star Trek movie.
No, I mean, the beginning of it didn't feel like Star Trek, but I thought it was really cool too to see all that starting of the Enterprise and the crew.
Or even just the fact that or just everything about it felt fresh and new within the realm of Star Trek. And even with these characters, because it was a total reboot. So I'm not looking at it was a negative because it wasn't a Star Wars movie or a Star Trek movie. You know, I think that's actually a positive. And then you look at it and it did really well. More people were watching it, right? And then of course the second one, same thing. Like now it's more of a Star Trek movie within their version of Star Trek.
Yes.
And then the third was the most Star Trek. And the funniest part, the most Star Trek movie of the entire franchise did the worst.
Did the worst.
No COVID, no excuses there, no nothing. Yes, sure, it was a couple of years removed from the second one, but it did the worst.
Did the worst.
Absolutely. And it was the most Star Trek. I love it. I think it's fucking awesome. Do I think it's the best of the three? No.
No.
But I loved all three of them, and I thought all three of them were awesome. It's just, you know.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I guess I just don't want them to be afraid to take chances. Because, like, I didn't think, like, even the fact that they rewrote stuff, I don't think that there was no. I guess what I'm trying to say is it felt like they did these changes, but they were still coming from like the fan aspect. Like they loved the characters, they wanted to do different things with them, so they figured out a way where they could do different things with these characters.
Yeah.
Right. But I'm not saying, you know, go back in time and change how Picard became Picard. You know, I'm not saying that's the easy answer. Just try to come up with a concept that you think works best as a movie and not as a 2-part episode on the TV show.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But also at the same time, you know, respecting the Star Trek lore and stuff like that. And then also keeping in mind that you're not going to make $1 billion.
No, not even close.
You're not going to make $1 billion with a Star Trek movie. Even right now, even if you made the perfect Star Trek movie right now and released it and there was no COVID, no excuses, no nothing, it wouldn't do $1 billion.
No.
And this is one of the highest.
Star Trek has never been $1 billion franchise.
No, I'm a fan.
It's a very niche group. It's not
hands
Star
down.
Wars.
I'm a bigger fan than you across the board when it comes to Star Trek.
Oh, easily.
Touch me on that.
Easily. No, I wouldn't even touch me on that. I wouldn't even try.
And I've been saying it every time we talk about it. I've been saying it's not $1 billion franchise.
Yeah.
Their highest grossing one was Into the Darkness, and that didn't make $1 billion.
No.
You know, it made 700 and something. It was just under 8. It did phenomenal numbers.
Yeah. And then
But even that one didn't do
beyond the third one only made like 400 something, didn't it?
Yeah.
It made 300 less than Into Darkness. So
yeah.
Yeah.
That's a steep drop off.
That's a big drop.
And the first one did like 5, almost 6 or something like that, or 650 somewhere. So like, and even that one did like, or no, I think that one did about 4, almost 5.
Yeah.
That's right. It was about the 5 range, but still that was better than Nemesis. You know? I don't know. It's hard to say what to do with the Star Trek. Like, obviously, the Kirk crew is the easiest to go back to. But I actually like your idea. Make the Discovery crew, bring them up.
I would. Why not?
Well, I mean, they didn't do it with the Deep Space Nine or Voyager because the numbers weren't. The numbers were there for Deep Space Nine for a while there.
Yeah, but
Voyager had a good run too.
Generations the Next Generation crew, they were still running with movies when Deep Space Nine and Voyager were on.
Yep.
And they were successful.
Yep.
You know?
But again, yeah, just get it out of your head that if you make $1 billion on one of these movies, just know that you got lucky.
Yeah.
I'm not telling you not to try and do the same thing, but just know that the odds of you making $1 billion Star Trek movie, not going to happen.
I wish Quentin Tarantino could have made a Star Trek movie.
I don't.
I want to see it.
You know what? Like, I would watch it, honestly. Like, I want to see it in the sense that it would be interesting to see what he does with the characters.
Yeah.
Or with the concepts and stuff. But the other part is it's just like, okay, but it's just a Quentin Tarantino Star Trek movie. You know? So, like, what am I going to expect?
Lots of talking.
Like, yeah, lots of dialogue, lots of swearing.
Lots of feet.
Heavy dose of feet.
Heavy dose.
For no reason at all, just feet. Oh, no. Wait, well, there is a reason, but...
And now with aliens, he can have all kinds of different colors and shapes of feet.
You know, and that's the so then are we going to see, like, an alien raping a human? You know, like...
We might.
It's tough. And I'm a huge fan of Quentin Tarantino. Although, as I say this, I realized I haven't watched his last 2 movies, though. Because I haven't seen Once Upon a Time in L.A.
Yep.
And I haven't seen The Hateful Eight.
Hateful Eight is really good and really slow.
Yeah, but
it's over 3 hours, and it's talking. Yeah, lots of talking.
Well, Django Unchained. Yeah, a lot of people got shot up, but a lot of talking to that one.
A lot of talking.
And then Glorious Bastards.
Yeah. Oh, Glorious Bastards. So good. Oh.
But that's all talk.
I've been wanting to rewatch that one for so long now.
I've actually rewatched just that opening scene.
Yeah.
Yes. Fucking so good. So good. So
yeah, that's him.
The end result for most of these predictions is basically I want them all to do as well as they possibly can.
Yep.
So that every fan of all these movies gets to enjoy this and gets to have cinematic versions of the characters that they grew up with, or wherever they come across these characters, it means something to them. But the reality is some of these movies just shouldn't have been fucking made, shouldn't have been greenlit, shouldn't even have come across anyone who thought these were good ideas. I'm specifically referencing 90% of Sony's movie output for the next couple of years. Like, I almost feel like I actually came across like this conspiracy theory that Kevin Feige is trying to torpedo the Sony attachment to MCU because of the way Morbius came out, like with their ending and how they're desperately trying to latch themselves to the MCU.
Yeah.
And it's like, the only way you're going to keep yourselves latched to the MCU is if you keep a good enough relationship with them so that you can continue making joint movies, Spider-Man movies, so that you can continue to have Spider-Man show up in other Marvel movies.
Yep.
That's it. You might be able to get them to agree to have Spider-Man show up in these other movies, but probably not, and I wouldn't push it.
Yep.
Keep them their own separate entity, make your own story without Spider-Man, even though it makes no sense for all of these characters, but do that. Do it without Spider-Man, and then introduce Miles Morales. Now you've got your own Spider-Man.
Yep.
To fight these characters.
There you go.
It's not hard. We watched Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, so anyone who watched that movie who didn't know who Miles Morales was knows who he is now.
Yep.
You don't even have to do much legwork. You just have to say, oh, hey, this guy's Miles Morales. Most people will go, okay, but is this before the bite or after the bite? Oh, how hard was that? But yeah, so 90% of the Sony's lineup that's superhero related.
Yep.
Fucking pitch that shit out.
Ugh.
And it's hard for me to say that because like I do think Kraven's probably going to be the best of the bunch. What did I say about being the smartest retard?
I'm craving some Kraven. Oh.
It's Kraven time. Instead of Morbin time. My favorite though was the Mighty Morbin Power Rangers one that I showed you, or when it was Morbin time.
Yeah,
I was like, man, I'm glad that someone came up with that one because that's fucking awesome. So that is it, ladies and gentlemen. That is
the gigantic episode 150
for the next 2 years. And yes, this is our 150th. And like I said at the beginning, thank you so much for joining us for this. We really appreciate it. It means a lot to us, even though I've said it before, I'll say it again, we'd be doing this shit anyway, whether you're here with us or not. It's great that you came and joined us. It's great that you tell your friends to join us and all that other stereotypical YouTube shit. As always, you can see Kenneth Levitsky, you can see Christopher Mercier on YouTube. You can see us on Facebook. You can see us on Twitter. You can see us on Instagram. You can see us on geekpantsmedia.com. Those are the places where you can see us physically, but you can hear us on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and SoundCloud. And at some point, Spotify is going to get their shit together and say, hey, we want you on our fucking team.
Better happen Joe Rogan. Soon. Fucking soon.
Fuck Joe Rogan. Bring on Geek Pants.
Hell yeah.
But also, don't fuck Joe Rogan because he'll kick you in the face.
Yeah, I'm not fucking Joe Rogan.
I don't even really want to talk to Joe Rogan, let alone
me neither. Me neither. Not without a mask on and 6 feet away.
Even then, I just text him. Hey, Joe.
Yo, Joe.
Yo, Joe. No, you're too close. Back up. Although, all jokes aside, I wouldn't be too concerned about being around him maskless because there's no way he isn't vaxxed to shit. I know he said he wasn't. I know he said he didn't do it, but he's 100% vaccinated. There's no way he isn't.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No way. Anyway, I don't have anything else to say, so I guess we'll have to leave it with laters on the Minjays, everybody.
Hey. Nice.
And if I don't see you then, I will see you at another time.